Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is good. Back for some more NL10. Absolute joy. Yeah, been a couple of days since I streamed. I did play a little offline. Had a decent session last night. It was too late to stream. It was way too late. So yeah, here I am. Hey, Annie, jumping in nice and early. Welcome, buddy. And shout out to Annie as well, because Annie, one of our friends of stream, won himself a nice Badly jackpot today. So congrats again, buddy. I seen your message obviously on Instagram. Time to bite the bullet and move to NL25 is what I told him. Or I said, time to move up. He wants to wait a bit longer, but Annie, you should move up. just go. And yeah, just obviously gonna try on a Friday to not get absolutely killed. Yeah, yesterday I was up like 4 buy-ins or something it was in the end, but the day before I was away and I only had my laptop and decided to play a little, just 2 tables, got killed there as well. Just like nuts after nuts after nuts after nuts, but it's okay. Gonna call this king queen bottom left. Okay, we've got top pair, but on the flush card, and just gonna see bet small here. Jack 10. I mean, versus that size, probably should be 3-betting or folding, but it's okay. He checks pretty quick on king 4 deuce, which is like mandatory range bet board in my head. So I think we just go big now. Bottom left, I'm just gonna go for value with my king queen. Pretty bad turn here. And yeah, on this specific run out, bottom right, we just go for it here. He decided to check call the flop versus the larger size, which is always interesting. But I will be bluffing this spot. And get the fold. They show weakness, we start attacking, and we follow through on that card. Maybe he heroes us every now and then with some random ace that he can't help but float the turn. Let's see. This is the min open from the button. I think it's like, yeah, defending so wide here. Have to defend super wide. He checks, and I kind of like just going for a small bet here. Attack that Jack 10 offsuits, like that kind of stuff that he's all having. Top right, now I'll just size up a little. Wow, getting raised for, what's that, 3x or whatever. And yeah, I don't really care about showing down here with like 9 high. I'm just gonna let it go if you like. He does, like, what is he repping here? Like, what's he saying? He has some random 2-pair. This guy had kings. And then the snap half pot just screams 2-pair to me. My question is, will he ever bet worse? I don't think so. This is half though. He puts me in a tough spot for sure. He really puts me in a tough spot. Some 5 deuce getting there. If he defends that as well. But my opinion is this is just like ace 8, ace 9 only. But for half pot I will call and I will show you. Okay, yeah. Or some kind of, oops, some kind of nuts. Right? Like that's the only hand that they can check raise. Russian, 20% VPIP. His sizing is terrible. Like he should just like go for it on the river, I think. But he just gets that tag, and I should have folded because I know, but sometimes I just can't help myself. Okay, and I don't think this guy has anything. I really don't, and just folding out some random ace-x is all good for me. Kind of weird hand to be doing this with as well. Obviously the flush completing, and I'm not getting that. I just don't think they ever check flush draw on the flop at these stakes. I could be wrong. I don't think so. 5-6 getting there as well. It's pretty good. But not having a club here obviously is not like the best case scenario, but just attacking where I feel people are just super weak and I can be very strong. Hey, Bruno Mars off lane. Bankroll. Oh shit, I haven't updated that, guys. I need to update that because it's not the updated one. And it's not session 44. Sorry, Bruno. Bottom of screen, but it's not correct. And I'm in an interesting spot here because this guy's doing this. I think he can be splashy enough, but he quite often has aces and kings. His sizing's a bit ridiculous. Yeah, it's exactly what I thought. I look at my hand, I see pocket aces, I make it 30-something. So, club me. Club me once, come on. Just a club, a 10, a king, I'll take either. Okay, we have a king. I mean, now we can bink another king. We have 2 outs, we have 4%. We've done it before, we can do it again. Especially versus Nit, it will be the ultimate, like, beautiful scenario. Okay, we didn't. Never mind. So we just mark him that for 100 big blinds. Again, I think about, in reality, what people are doing there. He made it 36 big blinds with pocket aces. So, he gets that tag for sure. Let me just give him that tag, because he obviously doesn't know what he's doing, so. This is a beautiful river. The question is how much I'm ever going to check his king. It's not likely, but I will try here. I would call any, I would like any pair here pretty much versus this, so yeah. I mean, I think the call is fine. Like, my line is just not great. I should have bet the turn, but I was too busy ranting about how that guy was a nit. So Bruno, the roll is like, I have like $240 at this point. So just to explain, because I don't think, Bruno, I'm not sure if you, I recognize your name, but I can't remember seeing you here ever, for some reason. So I apologize if you've been here before. But just to let you know what we're doing, I'm doing a challenge on GG, trying to turn $250 into 10k, 25k. I've done the same challenge on Stars, but it was $100 to 10k, and I achieved that in February this year, or a little bit before. And yeah, GG's proving a little tough. I went to NL25, and then I lost 13 buy-ins or something. Versus half pot versus 13%. To be honest, I feel like folding this already. I just feel like letting this go. And we have more important things to talk about. I'll let you know about this 9-cent, what I decide to do versus half pot. I don't know. I decided to go for the call. And this is with the club. I'm actually going to check. It's going to be so difficult to get paid here. On that 9s, I decided to call, and the turn comes an ace, so I'm just going to check fold. Okay, he snap checked, which means that he has kings or queens, in my opinion. Oh wow, ace 4, nice. Okay, so we're actually ahead there. And this guy folded, of course, because what's he got? What's he going to call? And then down here, oh, this guy 3-bet really small. He made it like 5.6 or whatever it was. He snap checked the flop, so I just c-bet and took it down with 5s. So yeah, we've had a bit of, Bruno, we've had a bit of shit come our way. And I've just been trying to make some adjustments where I feel like I'm not being extreme enough. And that's kind of what I'm doing now. So obviously I'm 4-bet folding top left. This Uzi guy, even though this was the guy with aces, I feel like we probably just we get to know his hand pretty quickly, so yeah. So how do we adjust here, you know? Like, this is always the question, because This is the micros. This is GG. And I get a message from someone. Good videos, bro. Ah, sorry, dude. I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, say hello to this guy. Friend of stream. Raising me here. Just gonna fold. But just like so. So XV's friend of stream. Welcome, buddy, if you're watching. How should I navigate the turn versus fish? Don't like jamming too much. I have the Ace of Hearts as well. Kind of like another small bet, you know. I mean, stacked pot wise, I can imagine this being the case, but I think just going really small. Maybe I can go even smaller. I hope he has some random ace jack or something. I mean, he could turn a set on us sometimes, and that's fine. But I won't be folding to this guy. Okay, yeah. So that's twice now he's just got us because he's lucky. He calls his pocket nines, and that's all fine. Like, what can I do if he just always has it? And what is the perfect note against someone like that as well? It is, I look at my hand, and that's what I do. Like, that's how I play with the pocket aces, the 3-bet sizing pre, or the 4-bet sizing pre. Even though the guy I marked as being splashy, we have an idea of how he's playing. Like, that's super strong. If he just calls in that spot, he is so capped, right? This is really bad now at this point. But this is a 4-bet pot. So I could just jam here like I would do my aces and kings, and maybe I get a crying fold from like 10s or something. I don't think that happens too often, but I think we just have to go with this one. So good luck. Perfect. I mean, beautiful outcome. I feel like we get a better hand to fold pretty often. Like 10s and jacks have really shit time. So down here, I defend the big blind. This golden poker went for a large bet on the flop, which is just not a thing into 2 people. So I'm really worried, of course. But there's nothing I can do with my exact hand. We even have the straight flush draw, you know. And this can also be a really bad card. Even though I'm blocking 10s, he has queens, like, that he bets big on that flop, I think. So yeah, this is just people looking at their hand quite often, I feel. And I just lost another all-in with a set of 10s. Not full stack, he was recreational. I mean, versus this, I'm just like... I mean, this is just an ace of clubs in my head, but... I mean, all that, I guess. I mean, I lucked out on the turn, and then he lucks out on the river, so... But yeah, like, what is you want to bet big on that flop? It's like those sets and stuff, right? I'm missing some stuff here. Hey, Nemo. Hey, Rancid. How long did the challenge take you on SAS? It took me about 10 months. I feel like GG's gonna, like, never end, to be honest, like, the way that it's going. Just like, I've lost 3 buy-ins already. It's crazy, right? Just from, and again, you guys are all watching. Look at every spot. You've not seen one bluff. Like, it's just pure value in every spot. So that's how you know you're running bad as well. It's not like just some random cooler. I'm literally running like dog shit. And I could make some big laydowns, but again, what I'm also seeing in the pool is a little bit of randomness, and I have to take that into account. And when people aren't just like jamming everything, then I'm just a bit more kind of like on the call side, but I seem like I get in milk now maybe for other sizings. Also, shout out to Rancid, guys. Also, streamer here on Twitch. Let me pop him in here. But guys, honestly, even though, like, I feel so good about the game, I mean, what should this be, bottom left? Like, do you ever think this guy's ever checking? I mean, I unblock worse flush draws that he's also chasing, like Queen Jack and other stuff as well. Ace X that beat me, right? So I just overbet because I play my 10x the same way, pretty much. Nines here. I think not, for 9 specifically, I'm going to 3-bet this one and not take a passive line, top right. Get the snap call from more of a recreational player. Just gonna c-bet the flop. And if he calls, then my hand's just pure give up. Yeah, it's also this stuff that's going on in these 3-bet bots where they don't have any kind of advantage whatsoever. I say that, but probably for the pool they have a huge advantage because he shows up with hands here that he should never have. King Jack off, King 7 suited, like those kinds of hands. And that's what I see a lot. I've lost some big pots to the most ridiculous hands. Like cold calling a 4-bet with King 8 off when I have Ace King. Flop coming like King 3 deuce, rainbow. And I'm triple barreling, right? Turn comes some random 8. Or random 7. Then on the river comes an 8 and he just like calls me all the way down and hits 2-pair. And even tanks to call me on the river. Not in this session, but like this, just explaining like what's going on. Swivel, it's gone really badly already. It's Friday. I never win anything on a Friday. I don't think anyone wins any money on a Friday on GG. It's the most ridiculous stuff. I could definitely have made some folds probably, but like the golden poker guy, I'm just looking at the hand now that I just like, he bet big on the flop into 2 people. It's just like, this is just like pure value always, which obviously I know, but it's a tough one. I think I'm just going to fold here. Is for suited. Actually, just going to flat this one. Flat or 3-bet, I think is fine. Going to go for another small bet with my 2-pair. What a weird spot to be in, top left. I don't know if I can bluff my hand now, but yeah. But top right, I'm definitely bluffing with my 5s against some random ace-x of bullshit that he's having. I think it's fine. Unless he has 2-pair. You can't fold 2-pair, obviously. This is fine. Like, what can you do? I just checked behind, by the way. Gonna call my ace 4. Bob's your aunt. 10 NL regs are gay. What a weird thing to say. What a really weird thing to say. What do you mean? Oh, the guy at ace 9, I got out-pipped. Let me just check the hand super quick. Not sure about the small bet on the turn, but maybe a value bet? Who knows? What limits did you begin and end the challenge on start? I started on NL5. Well, tell a lie, I actually started a little bit on NL2, believe it or not. Just a little. Because what happened was I was moving house, so I bought this place last March. And what's happening here? I mean, is king suited? I mean, yeah, we can do some calling. I'm going to 4-bet this one this time. Size is a bit off, obviously. It's so tight here. This range is so tight. I don't know. Actually, I'm going to half pot this one and just get it in. Board's pretty wet. Okay. That's fine. And then I finished the challenge on NL. So I went to NL 200. That was like not great. Imagine betting big on this card. Like, it just says that it's just like repping a queen and that's it. Is that your range? Is that how you construct your range, just around the queen? It's hilarious. This I don't like, actually, but it's okay. I bet super small on the flop. He has 10x, he has some 4x. Maybe even he floats some kind of random queen jack that he might have. King's definitely not just some like a bet here, but I can check. I can just see bet small. Kind of more onto the small c bet though. And now I have to check the queens. Oh my god. Do you see what I mean? Like, what's happening here? It's like, so funny. And the same thing. Think about this, right? Like, this is a 3-bet pot. What on earth am I getting check raised with here? I have kings with the club. I can't go anywhere on the flop. What the hell? That's a really beautiful card because now he's just saying that he has pocket nines. And that's not too much. I can't fold to that. Is he ever going to raise some random ace? I doubt it. I really doubt it. So, what's the benefits of betting here? Maybe I deny some equity of worse hands, because now I think he's limited to flushes. Or flush draws. I'll bet against that. Or some random Jack 10 suited. He's Chinese. He seems on a bit of the wider range guy. Now I just have the clearest check. That was my thinking about betting the turn. I'm not saying it's right in theory or anything, but I think he's capped to just some flush draws or super draws. 6-7 suited, queen jack of clubs, like these kinds of combos. I don't think he ever raises an ace on the flop, and if he does, then it's just... I mean, like, this is just the biggest punt of his life. Of his life, genuinely, the biggest punt. What on earth makes him think to the small c-bet on the ace-high board that he can raise ace-jack off? And again, my question, or what I would say is, like, his range is so different. Who the hell has ace-jack off under the gun there that calls the 3-bet? No one, right? So, it's like their range is so different. It's so different. And to even check raise, suicide, it's like he wants to bring a pot of money here and set it on fire. And maybe we should start a new tag here, and it can be, don't be, what was his name? Howie 0310. Let's call him Howie 10. Howie 10. Don't be Howie 10, guys. Like, that's that's definitely the mistake. I'm going to check the jacks here for sure. And checking this one top left. Now that's a beautiful river. I will definitely check some overpairs on that turn after he calls. And now I want to get some value, obviously, with those. So I'm overbetting. Now I'm going to value bet my jacks, even though it's a really bad card. So again, top right, this guy, what should his range look like? He sits on the button on 646. He calls the c-bet. Now on the turn king, he also calls another bet. What on earth does his range look like? No idea. He just flats the button. Look at his 3-betting range. It can be anything. You can have ace-6 here. You can have 6-7, whatever. Like, I'm just giving up this is that. Or that kind of profile. Bluff Kitty Crusher? Okay, thanks for the advice. See, King 9, and he even floats the flop. I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but just thinking about it, my size is so small, he's forced to continue with those hands, for sure, I would imagine. Versus that small bet, and that's the rough thing if you're applying that strategy, is that I allow him to float those hands, which is rough, but he just coolers me, if you like. You know, I have ace-10 suited there, he has queen 9, he just coolers me on the turn. So, by allowing him to float that garbage, if you think about it, because that is what it is, he has some backdoor equity, of course. Then, yeah, I think my line just then prints when maybe, like, I have ace-king, he has king 9, and we hit that king, and I just cooler him every time, or king-queen, or much stronger range, basically. Yeah, thanks, Swivel, for the, FYI. Appreciate it, buddy. 3-betting, my ace-king. This guy betting small. Got a float, obviously. 3-bet pot. I think this board, I'm just range checking. I can even just raise this one once he bets. So, but that's the line I will take for sure. I'm not sure about this is half pot. If this is small bet, I feel like for sure I'm raising. I'm gonna raise it. It's the worst board I could be asking for sure, but I think we just want to get the money in against... I have equity against whatever, pretty much. It always sucks when they show up with pocket 8s and stuff here all the freaking time, especially versus that size, and we find the fold somehow. Some miracle. I call and then I have to fold the turn, potentially. It kind of sucks. Bro, you should fold more in these games. Bob John down, so you can't fold a set on that. What do you mean against high VPIP players? It's the opposite, my friend. You should be calling them more. They're the fish. They're the people you want to be in pots with. Oh, sorry. Oh, I see what you're saying. Except for against high VPIP players. Sorry, I think you're confirming what I'm saying. So, yeah. Mate, you're right as well, by the way. You're right. And if you tune into the stream often, Bob, then you'd notice I'm also doing that a lot. There are definitely occasions where I'm not doing it enough. I know that for sure. Like, I know that. But it's an adjustment. It's hard for me, guys. Like, it is. Like, it's so hard to move away from what... Just think, and I should be range betting this board for sure. And I just get... okay, so now on the turn, once I don't range bet this board, now what should I do? And start looking to the turn I can bet big. I'll need to make up for missed value, potentially, that when I check the flop. So we just do this. So, like, yeah, when you study for so long in a certain way and you're quite regimented, like, it is hard to adjust. It takes a while. And this pool... Like, what is this? Like, button versus big blind spot. On Queen 10-5 Rainbow, I go for the check back, which, not a thing, I should have just range bet this one. And now I just feel like I need to do some nonsense just to get him to fold some random, like, king that he's having, some king jack. So I'm going to make a huge punt here, but I think it's worth it. Punish the weak range that he's having. He can have some jack 9, to be fair to him as well, but again, I'm blocking this one and... Like, it's not so many combos, so then I don't need to worry about that one as much. It's just like 4x pot jamming the river. But guys know also I'm doing this with value. Like, you see me do it plenty of times. But anyway, I'm not trying to be balanced or anything, but you know what I'm saying. There's 12 buy-ins down already today. At the moment, 2 buy-ins down. I don't think it's been sort of head. Mate, this is just the reality, right? It gives everyone a headache. I'm pretty high up in my range here. I'm going to raise this one. And then, if he calls, then just slow down a little. He's even got a picture, I think, of when he's won or someone's won something. Don't get a walk with aces here, please. Come on. Like, this, I said this last time on stream. People think of coolers as just being those bad beats. I get in with queens. They flop a set of 9s or whatever it might be, right? Kings versus 9s, whatever. Cool is also when you get these, like, big hands and you just keep getting walks all the time. You can't get any value. I cannot, like, win a stack back because I'm just getting folds every time I sit there with aces and kings. You know? Pocket 4s, I'm calling. Great board for me. Not bad for him either. It is the button. His range is wide. And he leads for a large bet. And when people do this... we're just folding. I have a bad gut shot as well. I call it like when I hit the stupid straight, basically. So that's not what we want. We hit the 5. He has some random pocket 9s or 10-9 that, you know, it's just like we're dead. So that big size just doesn't exist. And top right on King Queen 6, I open. It's gone check check. Check bet lead for large into 2 people. I've turned the super nuts, the super duper duper nuts, and let him bet his 2 pair here. Let's just let him dust it off now at this point. And I'm in position as well, which is even better. Perfect river. My hand's so disguised as well. Oh, Crane's streaming. He has bluffs. I'll call this one. Oh. You wouldn't believe how much I get this one as well. They see my name. I'm not saying this guy specifically knows me or anything. It's from some random guy from China, but You won't believe the amount of times I get the write-up in the chat that's like, oh, hey, Crane, no. I can't fold, but I can't call. I think he had quite a strong hand. Up here, blind versus blind, I c-bet the flop, just small. He raises me. I obviously have like this monster draw, so I call, but now I'm just folding, obviously, once they show this kind of aggression. Actually going to raise this one down here, even though I'm not too thrilled with my combo. It's okay. Now his range is super strong, and now he leads. Okay. I mean, we just, again, have that gut shot. We just let it go. Again, he's showing strength. We just need to let our hand go. That kind of shit, I don't get to realize my equity as well. Who the fuck, in a raise spot, is then reopening the action himself? It's crazy. So crazy. So I pray to God that he had a set there, and then we just let him, we just don't allow him any more money. Folding here. Blind versus blind against the same guy, so, I mean, there's some jamming, probably, I don't think with queens. Let's do something like this. Pocket sevens, pocket eight. Alright, big size and we're just folding. Blind versus blind, got the same guy just opening the action. I'm just going to call my ace jack and cooler his worst ace x. And he checks, okay. He's capable of raising here, obviously. Like, nothing stops him having king queen, but I have two pair here, so I'll make the most of my value. And just double barreling. I lose to 10, so I lose to king queen. Obviously he's uncapped here as well. So yeah, let's just let him call his random ace. I'm going to size up a little. Like 75%. Okay, we get the fold here. Down here also I get a flat from the small blind. I bet small on the flop, he just called. And then on the turn I went for another small c-bet and he just called. And yeah, I lose to some combos now again, but that's fine. Made a nice play with pocket sevens. And down here is interesting. It's the 3-bet pot. He called. It went check, check on flop. Now he's betting that size. Just let my queens go. And board's not getting any better for me. Even river queen sucks a lot. Hey, JT. How you doing, bud? Shit, I timed out up here. I think I have to fold now. Unless I'll turn this into some random raise, but I don't like it very much. How you doing, JT? Guys, big shout out to Mr. JT Diamond, also streaming here on Twitch. Go check him out, guys. Great streamer. He's also recently made the plunge to GG. So, guys, send him some love. He definitely needs it. I open sevens. He calls. And now he's raising me on queen 6-6. Sorry, bro. Like, I just don't buy it. This is a like really bad turn, obviously. Big size with the king of hearts against a weaker opponent. I mean, I don't think I can fold this one to a big size, even up to pot. Perfect. Okay. Question is, do I want to induce something? No, let's just get max value from a fish or weaker opponent. This is interesting up here. I mean, I don't think I'm folding. I don't like it very much. If I'm not folding flower, I'm definitely folding the turn, I think. Just not a good board to double barrel, I don't think. You can have some big bets, maybe. Don't see any small bets here, though. The question is now is, do I want to turn this into a bluff? Do I think that he will bluff? I mean, see, I think he's a friend of stream. Do I think that he will bluff enough here? I don't know. I'm gonna check this one. I'm just not sure. I mean, seems like a good bluff, mate, but not sure about having the ace. Seems okay. I think I'm definitely betting the turn, I think. I think we can just barrel this combo, ace-9, I think. Guys, also, I just want to say, big thanks to everyone for, like, all the support on YouTube and stuff. Like, my viewership's gone, like, through the roof. I'm super happy with that. So, yeah, guys, I really appreciate all the views, all the likes, all the comments. I'm getting some funny comments as well. This guy just leads here from the big blind, and now he's double barreling. Really sucks. Got a call, even though it's a really bad turn. And now I can easily just get away. That's fine. And he's just tripling it off. Okay. Imagine multi-way leading into us. Oh, okay. I mean, do you see what I mean? Like this random bullshit going on. But again, he just gets lucky there, right? Like I have a hand I just can't call. If the turn's not an ace, I can consider it. But I just lose to hands that he thinks he's bluffing. Like some random, like, ace-5. I don't know. But he's playing some street poker. And let's be fair to him as well. Like, I love people with the guts like this one as well, but him showing as well is just like, okay, just mark him. He's gonna get that beautiful yellow tag as just basically he's just clowning around. He's here for fun, and that's fine. That's great. That's great for us in the long run. He can definitely stick around for sure. Again, same thing. I open, call. Now there's some weird donking going on here. It's not even like I can call here with the gut shot. Plus I have a bad gut shot because I hit, like, one of my outs is dead. I could think about raising, not versus bigger size, not versus that stack size. So I just need to let it go. He's also playing, I mean, he's only played 7 hands to be fair. I don't know what to make of this really small 3-bet size. It really sucks. I got to call 8 to win back 37. Guys, this is not a thing, but like, yeah, he's made it too small. Like, what can I do? I don't like this small 4-bet, but much prefer raising here than I do anything else. Even though it's a, again, weird size. But I'm just gonna raise fold, basically. That's the plan. Do I jam here or not? Let's go for the 10% there. Played a beautiful hand as well, turning my pair of sixes into a bluff on another table. So if I can see it. Yeah, oh, you just missed it. Yeah, I mean, I don't buy this at all. I guess this is just dicking around, but I'm in such a stupid spot, guys. What the fuck am I doing? Like, what's the point in this hand? There is no point in this hand. Because I'm fucked now. Like, I checked that river, so I just, like... I'm fucked because he shows up with worse some random ace-jack of bullshit here. Hopefully he bluffs it, and it's like, okay, I can just fold, but... I feel like an idiot. He just turns up here with some random fucking pocket pair of bullshit. Yeah, just let it go. What, You sub, no alert? Oh, sorry, buddy. Thank you so much for the sub. I don't know what's going on there. No idea what's going there, buddy. It's not even showing up on here. Let me refresh. Is it because... Did you sub before, mate? Is that probably what it was? Or is that the first time you subbed? Look, pal, I really appreciate it, guys. Shout out to any boy. Yeah, he's been supporting me for a while, to be fair. And we have some nice little chats on Instagram now and again. So that's always good. Again, this tiny 3-bet size is so tough because it's like I'm just like forced to call here. Play in position versus like potentially a weaker opponent. There are worse hands to be calling. But yeah. And every pocket under pair to an ace that I've had so far has been ace high board. Every single one. What a stupid spot with king queen. Like such a ridiculous spot just folding here. Gonna check. And check calling. River's pretty nice now. I beat 7, 8, 6, 7. When people pot, I don't see it. This guy though, I've got marked as a capable, someone who's definitely capable of bluffs. But potting, yeah, it's tough. Scissor eggs. Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty confident bet. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna call this one. I think it might seem a bit dumb, guys, but I'm calling this one. He just has a board. That's where the confidence comes from. He turns the set and yeah, okay. Because you gotta be pretty confident to pot that on that specific river. You gotta be very confident with your hand. So he reps very few combos. That's why I call. Not the best turn. I could decide to just check call, but kind of like betting a little bit more. Oh my god, this is just so annoying. Every spot that I'm in, I'm getting raised in every single spot. It's hilarious. They're just like flatting everything and then just raising everything. Gonna bet small top left with my pocket eights. Once gone check on ace 5-3. Squeezing the king queen. I'm gonna call this one bottom right. It's a weird hand. I prefer like 10-7, 10-8, but playing post flop against this pool is like a dream. So nothing I can do with my hand but fold, but yeah. Just gotta use my post flop edge to a little bit of an advantage of mine. Yeah, I have to call super wide here, multi-way versus the min open, but 8-4 is just quite a clear one. Okay, he goes for the bigger size bottom right on 10-9-4. They're really going for it today. If you notice, the sizings people are using, it's really huge. Turn a pair as well. Pick up the aces. We need a little something something here. He's bet just in a half pot again into 2 people. I have some nice outs though, like any 8 to any 4 is pretty good for me. I could consider blocking this one, but let's just let him carry on with some random flush draws or whatever. And just check my 8 now. I still lose to some like 9s, 10s, jacks, queens, like all that would be c-betting the flop. Yeah, look, they're really going for it today. Like, really going for it. I have no choice but to call this one. And, I mean, kind of like okay river. Can fold that 8. So let's think about his line. Let's think about his line. Hey Kubel, this one's for you, mate. I'm gonna think about folding a fucking straight here. Let's think about his line. So he goes quite big on the flop. He almost pots the turn, and now he pots the river. This is so strong, so strong. I'm gonna fold a straight. I'm gonna fold. And again, we have the same thing here, bottom left, where with our monster hands, it's like ace-high boards everywhere. I'm not going to see bet small into 2 people. Like, one of these fuckers will have an ace for sure, because that forms a big part of their defending range, especially like this kind of profile. But check, and I also, the benefit of this, are also keeping some shit. Okay, it's gone for a small bet. Nothing to do here but call. And that's beautiful river. Snap checking now. Yeah, again, I just need to target something that I think will call. Maybe I just use like half pot. When he snap calls, he's just so limited with his hands. Ace 4. Okay, very surprised he snap checks. It's not usually happening too often. Yeah, sorry, JT. I seen you went live today, but I didn't have a chance to jump on. I'm still gonna value bet this 10, I think. It's 10 of clubs against a weaker opponent. I think that will call a worse club, which there are plenty. I'll run into the jack sometimes, but it's like whatever. Juicy, it's perfect. Oh, what is this flag up here? Zambia. I could 3-bet this combo, but trying to drop some of these where they're over-calling with hands they should never be calling, basically. So unfortunately, I can't. I'm not randomizing or anything with some of these combos. Not in this pool, anyway, for sure. Thanks again, Annie, for the sub, buddy. I mean, whatever's gone on there, I don't know why it's not popping up here, but I appreciate it, my friend. I'll just let this one go. Ooh, we have a splash pot incoming. Top right, 10 BB, okay. Pretty deep here. Well, am I? No, not really. Just gotta let the 5-3 offsuit go, unfortunately. I could consider betting this one again. Bottom left. Problem is, like, he should have so much, like, of those broadways that he defends the big blind with. So I'm just gonna check this one, I think. Let's see what he does on the river. Twos, folding this one. Picking up the 10s, opening the button. Snap folds everywhere, okay. I have an egg to throw at someone as well. I missed this one. I don't know who, but we got cooled somewhere. Oh, no, cooled. Maybe I just paid someone off. Let's just do this. Snap call again in a 3-bet pot, obviously, because they love to just snap call with everything. And I just need to play super carefully against their calling range because, again, it doesn't look like anything like Solver World, so I need to get that range out of my head. What do I think some random Chinese guy is calling here? Pretty much anything that he's opening. So I'm just going to check. I can consider a large bet here on the flop, but that's still available to me on the turn. If should he check again, I can just start attacking him. Okay, so now I have options. It's giving me a few options to go by, and I think now I can just go for a large size. I'll size up a little bit. I'm folding here. Perfect. So yeah, not necessarily just blasting the flop into his random King 10, Queen 10, Jack 10 that he all has pure, because they're not 4-bet bluffing them, and they're certainly not calling them. Blind versus blind on Ace King 10. He goes for the check on the flop. I might just try to induce some random raise here. Quite surprised that he doesn't just c-bet this one. Of course, when I have the nuts, like, I find the one guy that doesn't find the c-bet on Ace King 10. Or any kind of equity, who just looks at the board and says, hey, I just check gave up on Ace King 10. Even to 1 big. Oops. I'm showing you all the tables here. Just giving up my hand, I think. Wow, opening under the gun 10-8. Wow, up here with the Jack Deuce. Like, I should call any two, I guess, to that now. Like, with the, I could just, like, flop the world, but it's not happening. Gonna go for value. Bottom left, he will have some random ace every now and then. And that's fine. Snaps me off with an ace always. Let's see, yeah, okay. Okay. I just went for value with queens here after the way that the pot was played. So this was the guy with the 10-8 opening, and I don't know whether to get a little sticky here with my 7s. I think it's too weak. Folding to that size, obviously. You had tech issues? In the process of moving house, so must have changed settings somewhere. Ah, okay. Fair enough, mate. Oh, wow. Why am I sitting out here? Picking up the aces, guys. Can we get some action with aces? Yes, I get some action. And I'm just going to bet small. Get a call here. Not really afraid of anything. He's a weaker player as well. So I think I'm just going to try to go for max value here. Kind of weird, but maybe, yeah. No, I still think going for it here against fish is best. Andre says, GG, GG, mate. GG. Another day, another disappointment, Master Louis. You're absolutely right. You're always here to remind me of just how much of a disappointment GG Poker is for me at the moment. I'm just gonna... I mean, I could think about checking this one back because, again, I'm blocking so much. But then just, like, c-betting small. Also just fine. Which I'm doing a lot anyway. Perfect. I mean, I need to get some money in sometimes. This is one of those hands. Tough because he's gonna lack the calls here. So dry. Like, I could just check the turn probably. Play a little differently. But I've the nuts, so I need to build the pot at some point. If I'm taking that strategy, I think. Flopping trips here. Trip queens. Snap fold, okay. The snap fold. Yeah, JT is definitely a fake northerner, guys. He's like almost pure. There's almost pure Welsh blood running through them veins. Interesting. I mean, what should this be? Seems like a nice hand to bluff here. I'm actually going to pot this one. Give him a bit of a decision. Okay. Snap call. Check, check down all the way. And then snap calls me to pot with the river 2 pair. I think we get pretty unlucky. Any other river, and I think potentially he makes some folds there. But his check is fine. His call is fine. Bottom right, Queen 6 deuce multi-way here. Just gonna go for it. And I get called again in a 3-bet pot. Even blind versus blind. They just do not like to give up their hand ever. Gonna kind of ignore some sizing stuff here, and I'm just gonna bet small. Hand so nice here. Turn is kind of shit. I think I need to check range here on the turn. The big bet. So the question I have now is, can I jam my hand versus that size? I could probably raise fold this one. The good thing about raising is I get called by King Jack, Queen Jack, Jack 10, maybe some Jack 9 that he's having. If he jams, I feel like it's only ever like 8 7s and 10 9. So I'm going to raise fold this one, I think. Just keep our eye on what's going on here. Snap fold, okay. Oh, not snap fold. He thought about it a little, and then you can be an honorary northerner. So can Nemo and Crane. We're welcoming people. Oh, you're trying to build the head count up in the north, are you? I know we can jam queens sometimes. Oops, I'm showing you the hand here. Just get so many light calls. I mean, it's okay. That's not a problem. Oh, let's just do this. Let's force him to get the money in. .5%'s kind of shitty. I said like force him, and then I look at his stats, which I should have done pre-doing that, and yeah. Top left. I went for a large bet on that flop. He's called. Now I'm just thinking about jamming the turn, or going for another half pot at least. I think half pot's okay. Achieves the same thing. I'm dead. I'm obviously dead to sets and stuff. He has a lot of like king queen and all that. He's super tight, clearly. But yeah, I'm unblocking those nut flush draws, ace jack and stuff like that he's also having. Good luck. Again, it just has to be monster equity or nothing, basically. Run it twice? Sure. I mean, he's Russian, so he'll get there at least once. So yeah. Yeah. What did I tell you? Even without the diamond, the Russians know what's going on, guys. I'm telling you. Like, they always know. They always. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you play, how good you are. Nothing. You're never winning there, or not for all of it. It's just not happening. I could just run it once, but I generally run it twice. That's like my thing. So, well, that's my tendency anyway. Just blocking this river, I think. Maybe induce a bit of madness here. So yeah, again, I run into the guy that's tight enough pre-flop where, again, he calls the ace-king suited from under the gun, which again, I'm not saying is terrible or anything. It's fine. But then I find this guy. He, of course, he... Where's the hand? Where's the hand gone? He somehow... Well, he finds the call to the large size on the flop, chasing that one out. Plus, he has the backdoor flush draw, which is fine. And then on the turn diamond, then yeah, again, just has to be that diamond for him, of course. Ace-4 just calling the big blind. Flop bottom pair, okay. Once it's gonna check, I'm gonna lead this turn. Top right. I'm missing some chat. Snipers, thank you so much for the follow, buddy. Appreciate it. Ukraine well, but JT time is wealth praise. Braveheart. Blasphemy. Yeah, of course. Now I'm just checking. Who knows what this is? I mean, he could have definitely a weak ace, and that's fine, him checking this board. Now the overbet. Like, so crazy, right? It's so crazy. It's so funny. Calling my bottom pair to that small size. So crazy, this overbet. I'm just gonna let it go. And wow. What the? Do I just rip this one? Now there's 20 big blinds in the middle. I think I just ripped this one. It might be a bit much, but here we go. Ace queen. Okay. I flopped a set of jacks on the other table as well. What the fuck is this, man? Like, come on. Give me a break. Really? Really? Finds the call pre, finds the call to my jam, and finds the ace on the flop. Don't, like, come on. Come on, guys. Like, what the fuck is that? Don't even like lamb? You're in Wales? What do you mean? Where are you, Swivel? What the fuck is this bet on the turn with Queen Jack? It's terrible. The guy with the ace queen, it was, yeah, terrible play, both streets, obviously, from him, but those are the people you want to be against, right? So, range checkboard for sure with ace 4. On Jack 8-7 in a 3-bet pot versus cut off. Have to fold the queens. Sure. Agreed. Yeah, I know. Imagine how shit your life has to be as a poker player. As a poker player, where you have to fold queens. 4-betting. It's not big enough, sir. Make it 11. Is king suits a 4-bet? Yes, it is, but yeah, there's definitely in Solver World like mixing in some calls there. Because again, if you think about it, I'm 3-betting ace queen pure, right, in that spot. If the only result of your 4-bet is that you fold out ace queen, then it's a shit spot. But he gets to cooler that. That's kind of like the thing. So it's not like pure or anything. Hey, XV's back again. Hello. Let's give him some love. Friend of stream here, guys. He even has the friend of stream tag. Just calling flop. That small c-bet. Interesting size. It's not big enough, mate. I don't mean that from you. I mean, it's not big enough for me. We're a little bit deeper. I've frozen a little here, so I have to speed up. So I'm going to go a little bit bigger. Just for you, mate. Okay, sorry. Ooh. So let me just think about this one. So I do not think this is ever pocket aces or pocket kings. Ever. I think I'm up against the same hand a lot of the time. Then it's just some random jacks, I feel. So I have to call this one. Yeah, it's just always like this. Come on, give him a sweat. No, no sweat today. I mean, yeah, whatever. I don't know why he's jamming there, but... Fine, I think it's okay, but, yeah. Interesting. Wow. I bet small here. There's other hands I would like to value bet. I think this is a nice one. Rooting for that straight flush. It's been inside flop all night though. It's not like it's just randomly like this. Yeah, just randomly. All of a sudden now, it's every time I've had kings and queens or jacks, it's been inside flop every time. Oh, what? You're joking, man. I get cooled here on that river. The fuck? Wait, what position was he? Oh, grow up, man. Like, this is what I mean. Flatting. Okay, so we just have like passive nonsense going on as well. Makes it a little tougher for me. Queen 3, I'm going to call. Check folding flop. It's a bit of lag, guys. Don't know why. Guys, is this the night where the regrind is gonna have to be on? I think it might be, you know. I'm gonna have to just like put in a session, right, to claw back some buy-ins. Just like remain focused, clear-headed, all that, and just keep doing what I'm doing. It'll turn around. Envy, I think our friend of stream here will have some 3-bet bluffs for sure. So I'm gonna 4-bet this one. Ace 5. And what a flop for Ace 5. So what do I think his range looks like? There's a lot of Ace Queen suited in there, and there's a lot of pocket jacks. Just gonna bet small on this flop. So just gonna go with that 25%. And that seems like such a nice turn to me. I don't think I plan to bet fold this one. So I'm just thinking about what size I want to use. Or if I want to check jam. I think I like to check jam a lot. I'm gonna do that. I'll play kings and aces the same way. Maybe not aces, maybe kings. Maybe ace queen, I check jam. Yeah, definitely jamming to that size for sure. And yeah, I think he has, like, he might have some ace queen a lot, and that's fine. Of course he can have queens as well. But I fold some of the stuff out which has equity versus me. And if he calls, I'm not even like huge underdog anyway. Ace queen would be the worst. King queen would be fun. He knows that I'm capable of jamming this kind of stuff, so he's just probably thinking about, again, I don't know, but just considering a call here. And that's fine. I'm fine either way. Especially to a friend of stream. Like, no issues from my side. Whew. Check his stats, ace queen. Oh, Nemo's theory, is this right? I called a 3-bet here, just gonna fold 7s on that board. Any boy. Any, what are you doing here? Get out of the pool. Get to NL25. That's... you. I don't want to see you here. Go away. Any boy should be playing NL25, guys, so tell him. He's ready. Mate, you're ready. You can do it. You can do it for sure. Gonna check. He goes for the check as well. I think I'm checking ace twice here. I think it seems reasonable. Ah, very nice. I mean, gonna check raise this one. Checking and winning against those king highs, those lovely king highs that he has. I didn't pick up any additional equity, but that's such a beautiful card for me when I check raise. Problem the real big problem that I have in spots like this is no one is capable to fold big hands here. That's the problem. I get to fold out ace king and that's the plan, but now I can just give up because he's just too strong, I think. He's not going to show up with some random ace king here. That'd be insane. And him betting even... okay, like he's super happy with this hand, you can obviously tell. Just exploit on the flop just to check raise this like random combo because I fold out like king jack and king 10 and stuff. Even some better, like some random ace x maybe he calls, but definitely folds the turn then, I think. Nothing really changes here, but we're just checking. I'm getting check raised by a Russian, and I think this is fine to continue. Blind versus blind again, we should be so wide here. Again, I don't expect him to blast here. Again, like, I'm not expecting to blast this turn, but yeah, it's fine. I timed out here, but it's whatever. Love it. So this is the beautiful thing as well, when it actually works out in your favor. But the problem is I just can't get any value ever. I need him to have a king here or some monster draw. Like, it needs to be like king 9-6 with king 9 of clubs and him have like ace 10 of clubs or something. Look, they just snap fold. They just wait to see the flop. And then they just look at their hand the entire time. Yes, Siat Q Tro. It definitely can be. It can be so brutal. I just do my best to, yeah, try and adjust. It's a journey, like, so it's a big learning curve for me on GG at the moment. Big learning curve on how to exploit here, but it can only make me a better player overall anyway. Small bet, we definitely continue our gut shot. Frogman's there saying hello, hello. Big pain, my friend, big pain, big pain. Don't worry though, just sweat it with me, guys, just stay with me. Just trust the process. That's what's in my head, like, just trust the process. It's coming, we just need, if you remember, about a week ago, like, I run that, like, 8 buy-in session. It can happen, but then, unfortunately, the session after I lost 10 buy-ins. It swings and roundabouts, but just trust the process, that's all we need to do. I'm also just trying out a couple of things as well, but unfortunately, I haven't really been able to be in a spot to really test some of these exploits, but I'll put this to practice. This is really small and pretty scary. I'm just gonna do like, yeah, let's just do like this. I think this is okay. I give him a good price to call. I get to play in position with him. That's fine. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Like this flop, I'm just like, this is just, okay, let's just go batshit on, you know? And that is kind of what I'm going to do. Pretty much for 3 streets. He just cannot raise here. He just can't. Okay, sorry. He can raise here. Of course he can raise here. He can do what the fuck he wants. He shouldn't raise here, is what I should be saying. I'm going to go half pot. Calling this ace jack and cooler. Yeah, this is perfect. Now I get to cooler those like ace 3s, ace 5s, ace 6s, ace 7s, ace 8s, ace 9s, all that shit. And now queen beats me, but I don't think queen bets big on the flop. I'd be very surprised. Perfect. Getting that fold is all we want. If you fold some 10s there, that's all good, or some 9s, or 6s, 7s, 8s, whatever. I'm thinking, do I want to bet and check river? What do I prefer? Checking now. Imagine not bluffing 8 high on any street. I mean, yeah, you had the gut shot, but yeah, I get it as well. I get it. I understand. He's only teasing. What am I doing here? Crying call from like King Jack or something? I don't know. You love to see it. Of course the Russian's in. Somehow the Russian connects very well. Somehow. Just giving up my hand now, top left. And I consider bluffing now. Yeah, I think I consider bluffing for sure. This guy I'm calling, this Queen Jack. Definitely bluffing this one. Super weak on the turn with this snap checking on the river. No, he also bluffs a lot. I mean, I can bluff there, but like you're not calling with 8 high, right? There's no need to bluff my combo, I don't think. This is the size, I'm just folding. Paired board, it's just not a great situation. But I have a couple of interesting hands here. I'm going to check this one, bottom right. I flopped the nut flush here. I took a more passive line pre-flop and it's checked to us. So just going to check this one for obvious reasons. Up here, 3-bet pot, I called the ace-queen suited. Flop ace-jack-7 rainbow, he's just bet. And yeah, that's it. Just going to call bottom left in position. Beautiful river. Just keep clicking the call button here. Yes, Queen Jack. Perfect. Perfect outcome. And raising bottom left, obviously, with my nut flush. And hope that, yeah, hope we get some crying call. Nope. Of course not. I still think he had value. Probably had ace queen or something. Yeah, I think though a lot of that red line is from, yeah, like those spots that you know, swivel, right? That's where a lot of the red line is coming from. It's not like where, yeah, on like calling people down a little, I guess, probably, but. So the thing is, anybody, it's just about making it more player specific. Like that's it for me. Like you just need to make it a bit more player specific. But look, you can play your game. If you've looked into it as well yourself, I mean, I fully trust that you have. Then yeah, you do what works well for you. And here, I mean, that's not. Again, it's just the flatting range that they have is just so ridiculous. But I will turn this 6 into a bluff. Good things can happen. Big bet on Jack 9. Don't hate it at all. Oh, got shot down here. He's betting pot. That's super interesting. I was going to say, please just be a jack and be done with it. Okay. I have to call that big bet. I mean, how much big bets I'm expecting on the turn? Not many. Just that small bet. I might even raise now. Gonna bet this one myself. Top right. Okay, snap folds. Never mind. Getting a fold here with queen eyes. Also really nice. I'm also tired. Play 14 hours. So yeah, you have, mate. You have. Don't worry, mate. Don't worry. Look, mate. Who's expecting anyone to play perfectly, right? Doesn't matter. Swivel's only teasing. He knows. You know. Swivel's like an eagle. He's got an eye for detail. That guy. Can't get anything past Swivel. I'll tell you that. I'm just gonna keep betting this one for sure. Overbet. We can have some overbets here. I think I will. So versus this profile, don't like. Let me show you quick. What does our note say? What does our note say? 36 BB, 4-bet with aces, right? What are we doing here with pocket jacks? Even though look at the positions. Folding. I've played hands with him. I've not seen him use the size apart from when he had those aces, so it's a bit weird. 10 so obviously I'm 3-betting. Getting a fold, okay. Fanta Mass 666, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome into the stream, mate. We're playing some Russian cash. Hope you enjoy. Welcome to the freaking madhouse. Gonna 4-bet here with my queens. Okay, seems somewhat there. But yeah, we're 4-betting. So this tough spot, he seems fairly, like, let's say what you'd call like in between in my head. He will have ace king here. He might have some pocket jacks sometimes. I don't think very often. I think people usually shove kings and aces and ace king a lot in this spot. But now I 4-bet. I'm just like, should I call this one for this size? I don't know. Gonna let it go. I just don't. I don't think he's gonna be wide enough. I just don't. It's shit, guys. It's so shit. I know. I know it's not what you want to see. So this spot went blind versus blind. He bet the flop small. I called on the turn. He checked very quickly, and now I'm getting raised. A bomb left. I'll call off the 9s as well if he limp jams this one. Oh no, he's just being super passive and bet small and then give up my hand for sure. Folding this one. Now we have some opportunity. I don't know if I can fold this 9 of diamonds now. He can have a jack. He can have an ace. He's a fish, right? I mean, don't think I can fold to fish. I am going to lose sometimes, and that's fine. But I think I have to call. Ace 8, perfect. That's exactly what I mean. This is great. So up here, I'm actually going to lead this one, I think. On this board. I don't expect him to raise. I might raise down here though. This is weird spot. This guy's, I mean, this guy has bet into... This guy's bet into all these people. Or someone bet. I think I'm going to raise. Let's raise this one. I'm not too keen on my sizing, but it's whatever. Yeah. I mean... Wow. Okay, so this guy only has a set here, or the hand that has huge equity, so I just fold it. And this guy's just... I marked him the purple tag, special tag, it's what I mean. So, what's his name? All my fish. In my opinion, probably the worst player in this pool. And that's saying something. So we just tried to exploit him a little and it just doesn't pay off. That's fine. I played enough hands with him to know. Sorry, all my fish. But all my godfish. Yeah. Unfortunately, he would have just had it that time, is my understanding. So it's just unfortunate. It's a bit random with deuces, but just exploit versus him, but I won't go into the detail. I flattered you because of this guy. Obviously, he's fish. And now I'm just gonna fold. 8-7, just calling. Picking up the jacks. He's made it 3 bigs. I think just go 12. Folding this to the big size. And again, in a 3-bet pot, we see that lovely ace high board. Great for my range. Fantastic. Terrible for my hand. So I'm going to start off with a check. I can just see bet small, but I will check. What an interesting turn. I don't see the reason to bet here. I don't think I fold this turn either. It's a weird spot. He just bets over half pot. Like, what should he have? I can't think of a single bluff. Just can't. But for half pot, yeah, I think we're just calling. Why, GG? Why? Why? What's the point? Why do this to me? Please check back some random ace 10 or something. What on earth, King X, are you having? So ridiculous. It's so fucking stupid. And he's Russian as well, so we know he has it. We know that he has it pure. He most likely had King Jack or King Queen, is my guess. So I fold and I'll show and hope he does as well. So I can just show it. No, he won't show now. I'm going to jam this one. Versus that size, I think. Good luck, us. He gives the W2F, which I'm kind of happy about. I'm not going to show him either. Wait, what? He opened, I 3-bet. Ah, this guy's cold called, right? One big bet on the flop, and then if he calls, then just calm down. If you 4-bet this, you need to call. Yes, Spielberg, in theory. It's in theory, buddy. It's not reality. I'm sorry, but we don't need to do that. You can do what you want. Gonna check this turn. But yeah, I understand the entire concept of what of this spot when I have queens. Trust me, I know. But I'm just 4-bet folding. I didn't even pick a large size. So this small bet, do I want to hero this one, or am I just getting fucking owned by... What is he cold calling a 3-bet from the small blind with, do you think? It's hard to know, he's a fish. Guys, this is a stupid spot, I know, but I'm going to call. Chop it up. Cold calls, ace deuce. So again, guys, 3-bet pot. What's the board? Ace high. We're just checking. He's fish. Now I'll go for value. Go for a big, nice big value bet on the turn, and then I can just navigate the river, basically. He's playing 73%, so ace-9. Okay, well done for making a good fold. Pre-flop. It's funny as well, because he sat around to watch the hand with his ace-9, which means that he really gave a shit about folding it. Do you see what I mean? Like, whenever I sit out to, like, look at the hand, it's because I really want to know about the flop, right? He really wanted to know about the flop. There's a fish here. I'm thinking about calling this one, you know, versus fish. And it's ace-high flop again. Bertie's back in. Or Bird G. I'm going to call him Bertie. Come on, Bertie. I'll keep you updated with the king-queen hand, but it's most likely going to be just a check fold. Depends on his size, obviously. Yeah, to that, I think I have to fold. On the paired board, no backdoor flush draw either, that big size. I have no equity realization either. If I don't hit the queen, then it's like, yeah, what do I do? Folding. So up here, I decide to go for a call. He bets super small on the flop. Really small. Now he's checked the river at the turn. I mean, he thought about it and then checked. I'm gonna go for it here. I have a 10 or nothing kind of spot, I guess. He's a fish. It's not like I'm going to get him to fold always with his random ace that he heroes me. Oh, okay. He has the nuts, so it's fine. NTO Frogman says, people in this pool don't 4-bet enough. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I think I missed this, and I was also explaining the same thing. So we're on the same page, buddy. Very quick call. It's a very quick call. That turn is, again, it's so dicey. Gonna check. Now the question is, can I turn my 6 into a bluff against his random pocket pair of 8s or something like that? I think so. But what size do I want to go here? I mean, I'm not targeting a jack for the size for sure. He has some jack X. He's a fish. He could have anything. He could have 7-8 for all I know. So I'll target that basically, and maybe this doesn't call to this size. I don't know. But I don't think I'm good ever. Someone's come in my chat Aonev and put Twitch at Aonev. Okay, I mean, we can have a look, buddy. I can have a look for you. I'm never, I mean, like, what should this be? But I can't fold this king to this size. Oh, shit. What happened here? Was I going to do something here? What was my hand? Oh, I was going to be calling. Oh, wait, no, not that size. Maybe with the backdoor flush draw as well. Yeah. Oops. Missed a spot there. He checks now. How interesting. He's check raised the flop. Now he's checking the turn when 5-7 gets there. Weird. Weird spot. Won't fold any pair. I thought about betting this turn, but it's a really bad card. Now he snap bets big. Okay, nice hand. Thought it looked a bit strange. We have a 2 pair here. Just gonna lead. I probably should call that king 6 to the smaller size. Yeah, I think we all have those kinds of hands that we all know. That's just always dead. Like, I think everyone talks about jacks a lot, but then I hear so much about ace king. Ace king's kind of fine from my perspective. I've had some ridiculous suckouts with ace king. Do I call this weak king X here for this size versus this profile? Probably. I mean, in position, It's a weird one because I'm in position, yet he's just fucking so tight. Yep. Okay. Maybe I should just fold. I don't think I can fold to that size, actually. I just can't. In position against a fish. Getting a great price to call. No. I'm going to go for a larger 3-bet size from the small blind versus under the gun here. Oh, fuck. I really want to play my hand top left. But the size. Why make it this size, guys? Come on. Where's all the limps into the pot? Okay, so let's work this out. Now, someone jumps behind. I'm in a really shit spot. Bottom left, I'm going for large bets only on this board. Thank God I folded that 6-4, by the way. Please don't just, like, raise me here. Okay, perfect. I mean, I would have bet the turn for sure. Yeah, everyone has their worst hands and stuff that they're playing with. Imagine, guys, just think about it. Like, what on earth is this? What is this check raise? He flattered the small blind. I'm getting check raised on a board I should never get check raised on. I have the backdoor flush draw. It's not a terrible spot for me to just continue here as well with my gut shot backdoor flush draw. So that's what we're doing. But I expect him always just have it. Yeah, like let's give him the haha, show our hand, and go goodbye. I'm not playing with you, pal. I'm not playing with you. You're terrible. You shouldn't be here. Collier, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Perfect spot here with my 9-7. Guys, look at this. Just think about this. Just think about it. Small blind versus big blind. I bet the flop. He calls. I've overbet the turn. Which one of us has ace king here? Should only be me, right? But I guess he just has king 9. His jam is terrible versus the bigger size. So we just give him the fold and say, you are a terrible player. Terrible player. You don't deserve to play this pool. The pool is too good for him. For like 100%. Yeah, whatever. Queen 9, I'd consider calling this one, but not sure. So not a good turn card to be betting, but just checking now. Wow, we're getting some light floats, guys. I'm telling you. I don't think it's terrible or anything, but after goes check check. I don't know why. Did it go check check? I thought I'd see bet small. I timed out. Fuck's sake. Picking up the kings. Flopping trips here. I mean, this board's... I mean, I should be using big sizes, but I won't. I'm going to use a small size. I'm going to go a little bigger here. Turn doesn't change anything, top right. I'm going to blast now at this point. Double barreling my ace 10. Oh, that'd have been a juicy river. Shouldn't... Oh, I've called him a dirty rat, so I assume that he just... Oh, fuck, I'm folding accidentally a hand here. Gonna value bet. I never expect him to have a better ace. Oh, it'd be nice to have a hand here. Just not getting any hands in the splash pots, unfortunately. Unfortunately. I'm going to attack this small c-bet on these boards when I have this backdoor equity. I quite prefer having like 7-5 or something, but it's not too bad. It's just boards that are over c-bet, guys. Take a note. Like when you're facing this aggression and they're just c-betting, then you can just like go crazy a little. But again, pick your hands wisely. My hand's kind of like whatever. It's okay. Checking back and turning trips is very nice versus a fish. Come on, bet, sir. I do not believe you. Gonna raise now. Let him float his 1 heart hands or his Jack X. Oh. Okay, or a total airball from him. Just stab and hope. Stab and pray. Of course he's not bluffing. Like, come on. This guy has an 8. Like, when do you see these Russian guys? Where they don't exist when I'm playing. But that guy going all the way, of course, with his pocket fours just going batshit. Even goes for the sneaky check on the flop. And then half pots it. No, villain half pots it, and then he raises. Okay, no, he didn't. Min open, I have to defend super wide. Super wide. Checking the flop. Small c-bet, it's fine. It's whatever. I don't quite have enough to do like some random check raise here. But he min opens the button, which means I have to call so wide. And now I have to continue calling my pair. Bad river. I'm gonna check, and I think he will try to bluff this one, or he should bluff this one. Snap check king queen. Yeah, like this kind of thing, like king queen, king jack, king 10. It's like same kind of hands. Cromrick, great stream, keep up the good work. Watching out from when you stream, just not interacting too much. Hey, no problem, Cromrick, no problem at all, mate. You can interact as much or as little as you want, mate. The important thing is that you like the stream, you're happy with, you know, you enjoy the content. If you ever feel like you need to give me feedback as well, then feel free to, you know, also come in there and say something, but it's not necessary. Like, I don't mind. There are lots of people also that just are watching. I used to also get it a lot at the in the stars pool. A lot of people would watch and not say anything, especially the regs who are always watching my stream all the time. I'm not going to turn this one into a bluff. Just going to give this one up. They're too strong when they call any c-bet, in my opinion. They don't float wide enough. He won't float an 8 there or a 10 or a 9. He'll just have an ace or a 10 probably very frequently, plus some random heart, I suppose. Ace 9, top left, I'm calling. King 6 deuce, I expect a range bet on the board for a small size. Perfect. Good size. I like it. Ooh, what the fuck? These spots I hate so much. I hate them so much. Like this, like 3-betting in a spot that he should have what I would call a reasonable range. Because from the small blind, like they're going to 3-bet those ace jacks and stuff, right? He's not going to just call. He's going to 3-bet them. Which means that I quite like 4-betting. Even though he looks super tight. I could be wrong here, and he could just be that tight. But at the same time, okay, he snap calls. Very, very quick call here. So I think half potting. He still has jacks in his range. I need to bear that one in mind. He still has jacks in his range. He snap folds. Okay. So he has ace queen a lot then. Ace queen and pocket jacks. And some ace jack suited, maybe. He folds the ace jack off though, I think. That's what I mean. I feel like even these nitty guys that have this really low percentage, I think from what I see, their small blind range in that scenario, when it's button open and it falls to them, I think their range becomes much more reasonable for the obvious reasons from what I said. Because no, like that kind of profile, okay, he could be flatting the small blind. But a lot of people just playing 3-bet or fold. So, for the majority of cases, I would say. So even though his 3-bet percentage is pretty low, I think maybe from the small blind, specifically in that scenario, then he will have more of a reasonable range with king, queen, ace, jack, and ace, queen. And some of them will find the fold. Again, I'll be careful here, but I'm still c-betting. Perfect. Great, great outcome. I'm just not picking up hands and winning stacks with them at the moment, unfortunately. It's like lots of little pots winning here, lots of little pots losing there and stuff. Guys, just FYI as well, I appreciate all the viewerships on all things. Just maybe if you are new to the stream, one, make sure you drop me a follow, of course, on Twitch. And make sure that you drop me a follow on a sub on YouTube. I would appreciate it a lot. But just so that you're aware and everyone's aware, I am live on multiple streams today and for the foreseeable as well. I'm always streaming on YouTube as well. So for those of you that like YouTube and what a weird spot. Turning 2-bet, but it's sucking a lot. He snap checks. Okay, that's weird. This is the guy that jammed to me. This is my overbet. Coward. So I'm getting overbet by a fish down here with my pocket eights. I kind of want to let him dust it off. This is a really, really, really shitty board in general, but I'm kind of disregarding it versus when he overbets on this flop. I'm not seeing the hands that I'm kind of afraid of. Do you know what I mean? It just tends to be all them overpairs. The problem I also have if I decide not to raise the flop, for example, is he will not call now like certain combos. It's the concept I'm always talking about, which is I get paid now but not later, and I didn't use that one. And that's one problem I'm having here. Because he will find the folds with the jacks and the queens, I think, on this board. I made a mistake here in this spot where I called the 3-bet and I didn't look at his stats or anything. Which makes it a little tougher. I'm going to fold to that almost pot. So, and then up here is interesting. I'm going to raise. Paired plus backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw versus small blind. I mean, I was thinking about this, about what should he do when he's raised, like what kind of hand should he be raising? I know Equilibris is lacking bluffs a lot. And this is a really tough spot, but like what should this be? It's just like overpairs. Or I feel like this is just overpairs. I don't think that he does this as a bluff ever. I think I call because my outs are very clean. Turning a 2, turning a 5. I could consider making a very tight laydown against someone that doesn't bluff, basically. If I just look at... Yeah, I can tell straight away just by like looking at his stats. And I know him as well. I'd be very surprised to see any bluff here. I don't think I've ever seen the bluff, or very little. And he's certainly not picking the right combinations, from what I see. Three betting top right is probably very, very loose call, actually. Now I'm just reflecting against someone that I perceive to have no bluffs. If I hit my 5, though, I win a stack against all those pocket pairs, I was thinking. Or do so. If I pick up some more equity, he might slow down. That's something. So what does the snap call mean? What does that say? Master Louis says. I'm not sure what spot you're talking about specifically. I'll call him Ace Jack versus this profile. Can 4-bet top right, can call. I'm more in the calling camp. I have to fold this one versus that size, unfortunately. But snap calling is usually a sign of weakness. Because to do either, to go for value, or like sometimes this can be value. It means different things for different people, so you've got to be very careful, especially in a live scenario, but also online. It's still very prevalent. But because that's like one of the only tells we have, right? But yeah, the snap one for me on different scenarios against different kinds of profiles means a lot of the time quite weak combos. Or weak combos. Quite weak stuff. So when they're snap calling a situation, what it says to me is they're not even thinking about bluffing at all, or thinking about value raising. So that tells me something, right? top left, the only thing I'm thinking about is those ace-jack combos. But he doesn't have that. And I'm thinking about 10s as well, specifically, and jacks and stuff. I'm going to bluff this one, even though it's not a great combo to do so. Okay. Nice. The double check, I think, yeah. Let's go for it there. Look, Crane, first time catching you on stream. Great content. Good luck in your set. Just a question. Do you think 10 NL and 25 NL on GG is the same nitty, reg, and fish overall? 100%, pal. 100%. The difference will be so small, you won't even notice it. So small. It's only when you start getting to 100. The jump between the stakes is not huge. It's not. In terms of the skill level. There will be some better players. But yeah, you just need to find those and just like, yeah, try not to get into too many reg battles and just find the fish, basically. I don't really want to bet small, actually, versus when they flat this position. Good luck, says Streamwatch. Thanks, buddy. Crumb Rig. I'm going to call you Crumb. Crumb says, been grinding a lot and reached 2 BB per 100 win rate in 25 now on GG pre-rake back. That's amazing. Well done, buddy. Really, really good. Congrats. Super good. That means, I mean, if you take the rake that you're probably paying as well, take that away, then you're probably more like a 9 BB per 100 winner. And that's really, really, really good. Betting larger, but again, dicey spot. But not able to because I punt Tonys way too often. Honestly, they're all just dreaming about big scores, you know? Any tips when to move out bankroll-wise? So look, my tips are mainly about where you feel like you have your edge, first of all, but also like when you feel comfortable. So when it comes to bankroll management, guys, like one of the big things that I hear a lot is, especially if you're not playing full-time, is how important bankroll management might be. Now, this is true, please don't get me wrong. However, you should be a little bit more taking risks, because if you're in a position where you don't rely on poker for an income, you do it because you want to get better, but maybe you work a really good job on the side and you can put some money in every now and again, it's not the end of the world. It definitely beats just sitting there grinding NL5, NL10 your whole life, you know? If that, and also it depends on what your goals are. If you're happy to sit and play those stakes and that is your goal, is just to get better, then fine, that's all good. If you want to ask my opinion, from what I see, this big size is interesting now on turn versus nit. I think I'm going to fold to the bigger bet. If you want to ask my opinion would be to be a bit more aggressive with your bankroll strategy and try to take a few more shots. Even if you're like full tabling, try to open one table of maybe the other stake when you get to a certain bankroll, for example. These pocket threes to the half pot, I feel like folding already, but he should use that size a lot. Now the turn kills me, so I just have to fold. So you can do like that check on that ace is super interesting. And now I think I'm going to turn my hand into a bluff. He didn't waste too much time thinking about check there. Again, try not to read into it too much. He could definitely check an ace there. Like, of course he can. And then just call this bet, for example. But he sits on some of these other cards, jacks and queens I put in a tough spot. Eights, for example, maybe bets three, nines maybe. Maybe a random 10 that he's having. Lots of hands that I can fold out. I'm not just like targeting some random ace, I'm targeting these 10s, the 9s. Even jacks will have a really tough time calling this. Really tough time. I'd have a tough time calling the jacks. So yeah, back to the bankroll thing. Also, what I said about being aggressive, try to set yourself a clear goal, right? So you set yourself a clear goal and you say, okay, when I get to 25 buy-ins at this stake, I'm going to take an aggressive shot at 25 now. If I lose a few buy-ins, I'll move back down. And you do it like that, you know? And I think that's way better, in my opinion. I think you can be a bit more conservative the higher stakes you go. Perfect result, top right. You can be more conservative the higher up you go, but in the micros, the goal is to get out to the micros as quickly as possible. You don't want to just sit here forever like me playing this challenge. Hope that answers your question. And then when it comes to the tournaments, by the way, I think it's fine that you play MTTs because if I'm reading your message right, you're dreaming about those big scores. Don't be too concerned about, like, not being so studied and stuff. You're doing it because you like it, and that's also important. I play poker to enjoy and have fun. If you want to get better, I can give you some, like, pointers for tournaments because I studied these also before I turned to cash games back in the day. And my advice would be, especially in the early stages of the tournament, is to play a little bit more, much more passively. And again, the same concept, it's like waiting for gifts. And the 100 big blind is not where the money is made. When in the early stages, it's always when you're deeper stacked. That's when I'm gonna... he's betting into me, I'm just calling. I'm retaking over the action here. I see that small, he raised me. I called, now I'm retaking over the action on that turn. It seems like a really good turn. He's repping some hands if he raises the flop, King 10 in particular, and pocket deuces. So yeah, this double check raise, it's never a bluff. Again, that's very, very rarely a bluff. I'm blocking the nut flushes that he could be bluffing. So I give him the haha, fold, show him my hand, and let's hope he shows something. If he does pull off a bluff here, I would be very, very shocked. I can't see it. And he checked the turn, so now I'm blasting the river. Or going for value. Excuse me? Hold on. Ace Queen 4. This is the 3-bet pop, by the way. The only hand that he's telling me he has when he bets the flop is 5-4. Again, there's like how many combos, right? Like 2 combos left or something. That's not very much. I'm calling. I think this is a bluff often. The rivered 5s. Can you imagine raising pocket 5s on this flop? That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, I say raising, stabbing that flop. That's insane. What a cooler. I flop 2 pair. And yeah, just get coolered. That really hurt, guys. That really fucking hurts to get coolered so often. Yeah, that really sucks. I'm not saying his bet is terrible, by the way, with 5s, like stabbing, but like trying to attack some kind of weakness, I guess. But not great. I could 4-bet bluff. I'm not going to. Gonna bluff these 8s though. Oh my fucking god. Not gonna bet this King 3. I don't think it's strong enough. Gonna go half pot bottom left. Unfortunately, I'm gonna bet small actually with my 8s here. Good things can happen. He raises, I suppose he just has Ace Jack and Ace Queen always, but I'm getting the call down here. It's great. I'm getting fucked in every spot. It's very irritating. I'm gonna bet small again. What the fuck is this? Can you see I'm getting killed in every spot? I mean, there's nothing I can do but call, but what should this be? This is a 3-bet pot versus this guy, and now I'm getting raised, which is insane. This is a really bad raise on that turn, but okay. A snap call with a pocket pair pre-turn. I'm not sure what that means, Master Louis, but snap calling is never good, basically, is what I'm saying. You should think about it. Sometimes I'm doing it when I'm fold tabling. It's quite hard, obviously, and you guys will know if you're fold tabling as well. It is definitely quite hard to not snap check the river, snap check, you know, especially out of position. It is tough. I can't believe that pocket 5s hand, guys. It's such a joke. He raises, and again, of course, he doesn't have a fucking bluff in his arsenal. Of course. Like, it's just like so little combos he's representing. Think more about win rate or bankroll. Look, win rate is fine. You don't need to have a big win rate, especially on GG. Lots of people are not winning on GG, but still playing very well. And with rakeback and leaderboards, they're making money. but your skill level doesn't come from rake, right? So I'm not thinking too much about that. Do you know what I mean? Like saying, for example, oh, like, should I be 4 BB per 100 winner before I move up to the next stake at my current stake? This does not matter. Because what you need to think about is just, in my mind, the simplest way to think about it, I'm getting raised here, again, ridiculous. It's just to think about it pre-rake. Think about a pre-flake. That is what you actually beat the pool for if you took away the rake, right? So if you're winning 2 BB per 100, on GG you're winning more like 9. This small bet, super interesting. Small bet I can't have now when I turn 2-pair. I'm gonna raise myself, even though it's kind of shitty, because I fold out some bluffs and stuff. So yeah, think more about your role and how comfortable and what your goals are. That's what I would think about. Or any tips how to be a good grinder who doesn't gamble in tourneys all the time? I mean, look, it's about discipline, mate. It's just about discipline. So if you find that you're not doing well in tournaments and you're not enjoying them, then don't fucking play them. You know, set yourself a goal. Just, I mean, this is a weird spot. I think I'm still calling my 8. And this is great now because I beat the random King Jack that he's having. Ace Jack, perfect. Boom, let's go. Top left, I'm not folding my ace queen, but I'm really unhappy about the size. I'm not happy about it. Getting 4 by here with ace 6 obviously hurts. And this is why I need to adapt a little there. So he goes for the check on the flop. He's definitely capable, I think, of check raising here. I'm going to c-bet this one now. And I expect a lot of jams. Best thing is if he calls. Like, that's the bad thing. So again, like the check raise, check jam, like same thing. It's just these kinds of players that I see a lot, like especially these kinds of guys, they're more interested to get the money in now in every scenario. Whatever the pot, like wherever the spot, whatever, it's like, if he c-bets small, he allows me to call, right? Like in this kind of spot, or half pot, he allows me another street. They don't want another street because they're too scared. So they just go for value every single time. I don't expect him ever to have a bluff there with ace king. Ever. Which he should have. So yeah, Graham, that's what I'd say. This is too light. I made a mistake here. I clicked the wrong button on my hotkey on my mouse, and I also get punished for it as well, which hurts. It's also part of run bad. Even your misclicks get punished. I'm not repping a lot, but the 7 does good things for me, I think. When I bet the turn, and I can still have a 5, I can still have a 9. And this is a raise, and he flats. And now, yeah, he calls the flop, and now he's betting big on the turn, so I will check fold river. I see, yeah, that makes sense. I rarely bet post-flop regardless of hand, but that's probably a leak. Well... I'm not sure what you mean. I rarely bet post-flop regardless of hand. I mean, you've got to bet some hands, right? You want to get some value. Again, like you say, I would look at this one for sure. I would definitely look at this one. On this board, bottom right, I'm betting large on 973 Rainbow. It's so fucking dry. It's a perfect board for my range. Also, bottom left, I think I'm betting pretty large on this board as well. Getting raised, okay, fair enough. Okay, so this guy clearly is not interested in folding any hand that he has. When he's calling so fast. So we have to give up. He has 10s and jacks pure. Let him do that. Or just 10-9 that he can't fold. Okay. So I mean, like these, it's not a bad, definitely not a bad call. Especially, for example, the positions we're in is actually a very good call. But yeah, I'm just getting cooled all the time in every spot. It's quite annoying. It's been 2 hours, Crane. Time for a posture check, hydration, stretch your legs, maybe? Absolutely, buddy. I appreciate it. What do you think of Stars versus GG for tournaments? I don't really have a huge opinion. I mean, on GG, they're definitely meant... Like, the pools are much bigger, obviously, because there are more players here. But there'll be definitely some fish on both, of course. I would say I'm kind of edging a bit more towards GG. I think they have better kind of tournament structures and things like that compared to Stars, but Stars is not bad either. Stars is not bad either. He's gone for a larger size, but I think I'm still calling my 3s here once we're opening these. Same principle as last time, we go for a large bet on 4-4 deuce. And we see a snap fold this time. Okay, it's interesting. Half pot versus fish, I'm calling, and just be wary of different turn cards that I need to give up on, basically. So this guy, I think has now cold called a 3-bet, right? I think that's right. Gonna check. This 1/3, I'm definitely not folding. It's definitely not his board. Gonna fold the 5s now on that turn. Don't think I can fold a half pot with my hand. Folding the 3s for sure. Calling the ace-king. Yeah, so thank you, Master Lou. I'm definitely going to take that posture check now. It's a good catch. Thank you very much. So what do you think? Okay, I'm folding. I'm pretty sure. Sorry, I wasn't meant to do that. Let me just check the hand because I'm pretty sure he cold calls. And then, guys, I need to take that break. My eyes suddenly gone all blotchy as well. I'm getting raised again here. It's ridiculous. Gonna raise again exploitatively. See what the fuck this is. A bit small here. I like having the ace of diamonds for sure. And I like unblocking those backdoor stuff. He is a fish though, and he might just do this with some random jack. So I bet and he probably rips it here. Yeah, okay. So I'm getting cooled everywhere basically. I'm trying to look at that ace-king hand. Yeah. Let's have a look. Yeah, so that G1NT5. So I guess that's Gint's. He cold called a 3-bet. When the cutoff opened 3 bigs, I 3-bet from the small blind 13 bigs. He cold called the big blind, which means that he gets the I'm a passive whopper tag, or passive nit basically. I just like looking at my hand. Try Unibet on Tony's super soft. Yeah, that's true. You can try some other sites as well. Currently number 1 on the German mid-stakes leaderboard. Got to get that money somehow. Well done, Jacob. Great result. I'm a mega loser in GG. I don't know what's wrong with my eye, guys. I'm a mega loser in GG MTT, but on Unibet, I legit prob have 130% ROI. Nice, man. Nice. Guys, gonna take a break. Find out what's happening to my eye. I'll be right back. Hey guys. I think I had like an eyelash or something in my eye. It was just like I was walking down the stairs here to from my like office space and into the bathroom, and it was just my eye was just like stinging so much. Ridiculous. Alright, guys. I brought grapes with me. So, scores on the doors. I'm down like 8 buy-ins. I have 100 big blinds per table apart from one, which I've even lost 100 big blinds here because I was on like 290 or something earlier, so let's call it like 80 bigs. So it's not going well at all. There's a lot of shit happening so far, a lot of randomness. So we just need to ride the wave a little. Like the pocket fives bullshit there. When I had top 2, just all that random stuff going on. Or raising on boards they should never raise and all that stuff, you know. I should open this one from the button. Although that guy looked like he probably just joined. Again, see, same thing, these guys. Some of them are just doing everything. Finding those check raises that some people aren't finding. This is a spot where I can just jam. I could randomize a little, or I could just stick to like a 4-betting strategy. From the small blind versus that profile, I think just jam. Potentially. Or I can 4-bet fold, actually. Yeah, it's 4-bet fold. I'll just punt off a stack to a nit here. That's a great river top right, but in between. He'll play any 10 or 5 the same way. Gonna block. King 9 because he floats the flop, which is totally fine, but a bit ridiculous. He doesn't 3-bet a pre or anything. He just calls because that's what they do. Really good turn card for me. I've kept his range pretty wide. I don't know how much King X he's floating. Probably some. For sure. And he's snap calling. So let's just, if he's snap calling, then let's just overbet. I hope he doesn't have ace 10 of diamonds. 10 9 of diamonds. Wait, let me check something. So this guy's a bit bullshitty. And this guy's a bit on the nittier side. So I'll let my 10s go. Yeah, I told you. Told you. Yep, nit. This guy nit. Got him pegged perfectly. No 10, please. This guy cashing out. Oh my god, makes me so sad. So sad. King of spades? No? 10? 10 of spades! Oh, that's sad. That makes me really sad. Not that I would have got there or anything, but it's sad to see. Button versus... No, what am I talking about? MP versus small blind. I'm just going to fold that turn. That's a weird spot where I bet the flop he calls and now he leads on the king. Oh, shit. King 8 should be an open I want versus the crazy guy. Will give me lots of trouble with his 3 bets. Getting a flat from the button, bottom left. I have ace king. Is this guy thinking of coming along for the ride? Okay, we get a flat here on jack 6-5. I am going to c-bet. small. He's obviously super passive. And he just folds on Jack 6-5 with... Okay, I don't know what that should be, but... Queen 10 with 2 fish in the pot. I won't take up... I will definitely take that opportunity all day long. And accept my gift. 2 fish in the same pot. Incredible. Quite nice having 10. Donkey TV, welcome, buddy. I like your username. It's an interesting one. This guy's betting large. He is a fish, and I've called him an effing idiot in my comments, so he's just stupid, so that's fine. Don't mind playing against an idiot. Oh, why, man? What ace-x is he betting the flop? None. Ace-10. King-10. I'm having problems. I'd rather bet King-10 here or block this one. I'm gonna check. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. It's like it's only Jack-10 that I'm beating. It's like the King-10, the Ace-10, and then some random other stuff, but... Just look what people are floating or calling pre-flop, like Jack-10 of diamonds. I mean, JT Diamond would be happy. That's about it. Think about betting this turn. I think I will bet this turn. So hard to get King to fold on the river, though. Is King versus Jack 4? Wow, that's crazy. Betting small here. Gonna give up the Ace Jack, I think. Bottom left, interesting spot now. So he went for a small bet on the flop. And now is overbetting. Worst river, obviously. Or, like, not a great river. Because he gives up a lot. Yeah. Oh. Ooh. Wow. That really saved me. I mean, I like the line a lot. Not... Yeah, I like it. I like it. I get behind this one for sure. Just surprised I'm just like running into it so much. It's crazy. Let's have some more grapes. Drown our sorrows in grapes. Getting 3-bet from the big blind. Considering their range is so tight, it's crazy how often it's happening. I guess the pool is so huge. 3-betting here. I have a feeling this guy isn't folding very often. He has this winner's problem, right, with his stack. This is really shit spot. On that board. I'm going to obviously start turning my hand into a bluff. With that equity. There are hands that I want to check raise the flop. Ooh, nice. Oh, ooh. I wouldn't have been thrilled because the ace-king problem. Jamming this one in the splash pot. Good luck, us. Hope to get called by worst ace, basically. Okay, we get some action. One round twice for me. Okay, never mind. Cooler, that man. Come on, we're looking for that cooler. We're looking for that jack. Paint, paint, paint. Ah. Again, huge cooler, if you think about it. Massive cooler, obviously. Of course, it's a huge cooler. This spot, I can just call, I can jam. It's like up to me, I think. I can do anything here. I think this is the guy earlier that we seen. I think it was him. I'm timing out. I have to jam. I was timing out. I didn't realize. I think people are a bit more honest from the small blind in terms of range. Just checking the king queen bottom left when he's just called, and I will even fold, even though it's ridiculous. I think he only calls versus me. By the way, I don't think he calls versus pool. King. King. Can't win them both. Never can win them both, of course. It's 3-bet pot. I'm going to start turning my 10s to bluff, even though it's a shitty spot. Again, I think they're pretty honest when they check back here. And fold that is 10. 5-4 versus fish. I'm going to flat this one. I mean, my thinking also was I'm not going to get squeezed light at all with fish in the pot. Who's just rip here? He just can't 4-bet bluff or 3-bet bluff or anything. He's gone 4, so that means I go like, let's go like 15 or something. Should I overcall this 5-4 is the question. It's just like a normal 3-bet then, right? Flop a set here in our 3-bet pot, blind versus blind, and I get the snap fold. I went for the check raise, the raise here, and he snap folds. He went really small. People are, I don't see anyone playing that way for value too often. Here they're just like half potting everything. For most part. But weird spot. I should have some raise bluffs there with equity. 5 suited. Just calling. I'm like, again, the worst flop that I have to just range check. Betting big into 2 people again is super strong. I just have to range check. Not betting this turn. Calling. I'm calling. But it's not a good spot. Now he checks. The question is, can I go for value? And I'll just target some random 9 that he's having. 10-9, Queen 9, King 9, all that stuff. Goes for a big bet on the flop. That's pretty dicey. But again, button versus big blind, I'm just going to be calling. Might slow him down a little. If he was thinking of blasting. I think this is a really nice calling hand. If he decides to barrel though. That's a beautiful river. I don't think people are going to bluff, so... Again, what will a jack pay? Like this? That's a really good bet, but I'm not sure when. I'd rather if it was like 10-8 deuce and then the turn comes an 8 for him to do this. Because now, like, he's just saying that he has a boat. So it's a bit of a weird kind of story to tell, you know? King, queen. Getting 4-bet from a Russian guy, never calling, ever. This is 2 fish in, I'm calling this Jack 9, suited. And they get the best boards. Now he's checked. I'll bet the turn. Folding this is 4. So we have another streamer here. Hello. Nika. My hand does not want to do much here. It's complete airball. Going to check against what I'd consider to most likely be a more competent player. Versus that is quite interesting because what are they flatting pre? Or what's Nika flatting pre? I'm just going to fold my hand, to be honest. I'm looking at the stats now and I don't know if she's splashing around potentially. I think Nika's mostly playing NTTs from what I see. Ukrainian streamer. Ace 10 I just flatted against these two. Flop a gut shot. We'll float a small bet. Yeah, again, I'm so always surprised to see. This is just your normal third pot. I think this is a third. Again, my outs, yeah, obviously super clean. Ace could be good sometimes against King 10, King Jack, and stuff like that. Queen 10, Queen Jack. I have to call this one as well top right, by the way. And check folding turn. Just gonna call. Really nice turn. Again, they shouldn't barrel too often, and I'm not going to bet or raise or anything. Really bad run out. Versus check, I might bluff. Okay, I'm not bluffing versus this guy. Small size is also bluffed by them, but fine. River, interesting. I don't know whether to bet, fold this one. I think I will. Because it's a pretty strong line from me, so if someone raises, then they just have like King Jack, King Queen. Ace Queen, boom, let's go. Flat Ace Queen, nice. So the reason I usually don't raise after the flops because I don't want to scare anyone. Especially if I hit anything on the flop, any raise which make them fold 9 out of 10 times. The turn sometimes gives them a low medium pair or something. Hold on, I will read your... gonna keep barreling this ace. I'll pick a bigger size, then I'm just checking. My hand's probably not good for that amount of streets that I picked, but it's like whatever. This is a weaker player. It's a little different. And they will call pays off pay more, but probably better to just bet small regardless of the flop in the long run. So, look, mate. There are boards, for example, that I could tell you that's like what you'd say is more the mandatory range betting boards. My question is, when you do not hit anything, and you're just checking everything post-flop, then it becomes very difficult for you to have, you know, to have those bluffs just to take down the pot, if you like. And it's a nice little exploit as well. Just like betting small where it doesn't make any fucking sense to bet small. Like these overfolds, right? It sucks, but they do overfold a lot. 10s in the big blind. And you don't need to, it's not like either or. You don't have to see bet everything or fold everything. You can have like a mix. There's like boards that I know that I'm range checking. There are boards that I know that I'm always see betting. And there are some spots against some opponents that I will just always see bet the flop. And there's others that I won't. It's very player specific. Don't do multi-way here with my hand. I guess I just go small. Let's go 1/3. I'm getting raised. It's pretty tough. I think I need to rejam this one versus some draws and some 10x that he's having. I run to a set sometimes. I have to just live with it, guys, at this point. It's just a cooler, like there's nothing I can do about it from either. So he has a draw. He wants to run it once. Okay, he picks up more equity on the turn, which is interesting. And yeah, let's just pray it hold. I have like 2/3 of the time I'll win. So, and I'm dead. It's another stack on. Hey Smithy, thanks for the good lucks, mate. So this was an interesting spot. I think very poorly played by my opponent. Yeah, very poorly played, I think. Spot. Where it goes... let me just check this one quickly. It goes check, check on flop, which I think is fine. Then on the turn, I decide to bet, and then he raises in position here. I think it's very poor, especially with the ace of hearts to raise here. I think it's really bad. It's very poorly played. It's just... if he... because... and you always got to think in the long run, right? So, for example, with that ace 10 in that spot, if he does not raise that spot in the future when I bet the turn, I can just bluff everything on river because I know that he's super capped in that spot then, right? It just doesn't make any sense to raise the way that he did. And yeah, that's all fine. So ace queen suited, I could decide to 4-bet, but since I don't think people 3-bet the big blind enough, I'm just obviously calling a little more. Which is what I'll do now. So again, it's like what I said earlier, there are some opponents that are more on the check jamming side because they're scared of any turn. They don't want to play turns. They're very poor at playing turns and rivers, so they do that. There are others that aren't like that, you know, and decide to take different lines. But again, everyone's different. So yeah, we're going for a little bit of a grind, guys. I'm not sure how long I will stay. I've taken that break, which feels nice. I've got some more grapes here as well. Welcome to the madhouse. Okay, so NL10. This is the second time that you've posted your link to your Twitch. I'll check it out. Okay. I mean, betting. So again, another example, betting big on a flush board. Like this size. Not really a thing. Couldn't consider raising this one, but it really sucks. I'm calling with the open ender. But it's terrible. Just bet small. If you want to bet small, but it's mostly checking here. When people bet really big, I assume they just have it quite a lot of the time. Like he has queens or something like that. I have a gut shot. He has a flush sometimes. I have flushes in my range. But I will be calling here. And hope he shows up as some random like ace-jack of bullshit. If he goes 3 streets, then it's pretty tough. Yeah. 3 streets of pure value he's gone from. See the bluff. Never a bluff, see? So, look at that hand. Let's stop a minute. Let's stop a minute. Let's talk about this hand. I don't care about that queen jack either. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the pool, guys. Let me show you. This is what they're doing. Yeah? And then I'll check out NL10. Look, I look at your stream and... look, it's pretty rude, but maybe he's trying to build a stream or something. He could have asked first, but that's fine. So, this guy has pocket kings with no diamond. He bets big on the flop on queen 7-6 on a board where, you know, connects quite well with me. I have 2 pairs, I have sets, I have flushes, plenty of them, lots of combinations. means that he needs to check a little bit more because I have strength here, and he can decide to construct his range in a way that also consists of strong hands as well, right? So he has some sets here, he has flushes here that he can check or c-bet very, very small. But this is a scenario where, at these stakes, he looks at his hand and he goes for 3 streets of just pure value on straight completing turns on a flush board. He just goes for it, goes for it, goes for it. This is what they're doing. This is why you can never call down light in a triple barrel spot at these stakes, because he does not give a fuck. If I jammed this spot, if I just jammed all in, it does not matter. He will call 100% of the time, because this is the kind of profile that is just married to his hand. Married to his hand. Take a good look, guys. If you play at NL10 as your main stake, this profile, this guy in particular, don't bother playing pots with him. Punish him. When he sizes up, then you can just get out of the pot. In spots where he does check back, fucking punish him. Doesn't matter your hand. Just blast against him. Once you see those checks, just go for it. This is a perfect example of someone that, again, now I can just make a note of to say, hey, this is the size he used, this is the comma, this is the spot. I will know then. He checks back in any scenario. I've got him. It doesn't matter my hand. I will just like 6x pot jam the river with something, right? Just punish him. So I was going to check on this guy, but I need to obviously play as well. So I will do the both at the same time. So yeah, basically, guys, terrible play by my opponent. I'm not expecting him to know that. He loved his hand. Nice hand by him. But just for us actual who enjoy playing poker for the strategy and the game, then you know it's a terrible spot. So Nika here, again, I assume is splashing around a little, I suppose then, because, I mean, this is definitely more MTT sizing for sure. Not sure what that is, but I feel like 4-betting my combo. Getting a little bit out of line. I will get out of line as well versus that. And let's play a pot against her. Okay, so we exploit back a little with against her. Sorry, Nika, but we have to do that here. And we'll try and play some more pots with Nika. So interesting again, button open, flat, flat. And now I'm getting a large bet from small blind. I have Queen 10. Okay, Queen 10's a little bit better because, again, I'm beating Jack 10 and 10-9 in these formats. But again, I will be really careful on the turn now not to overdo it, obviously. And I was seeing another half pot. I could just get this in now, but it's pretty difficult. When this guy checks, I'm kind of inclined. I do lose, guys. I do lose to King 10 and Ace 10, which sucks. But I can get called by worse, so I'm gonna do this. Seven, 6. This is exactly why. Sure, I'm definitely running twice. I always run it twice, so. Oh my god, can I just win twice? Like, the equity is exactly the same. Like, come on. Oh, the EV is the same, should I say. Imagine getting called there by the best hand you could possibly imagine and still chopping. It's ridiculous. Again, this spot, we were 4-handed to the flop. I'm not too interested in calling at all. This is 5. I'm just going to let it go. Okay, it makes sense. And if they have nothing, and I bet the turn, they will fold anyway. So might as well get over on the flop. That's why that might be why I have villain hitting their draw a lot, because they give them too much free turn. Yeah. Yeah, look, that's also a thing, right? Denying equity is, of course, a thing. Once you have a hand, by the way, you want to build a pot. You're incentivized to build a pot. So think of it this way as well. Like, I'll give you a spot. Button versus big blind. Standard raise pot. Flop comes. Ace, king, 4, rainbow. Often, and of course you have some checks here as well, but we're usually just like simplifying to like a big bet or an overbet for a reason. Because once you have it, you need to play in a way that gets all the money in by the river. And you want to take all 3 streets by doing that, right? So you don't want to miss a street. If you do miss a street, then you need to be very good at making up for it on the turn. So you have to know which turn cards then that you're going to use, like a really big size, like, you know, 3x, 4x pot or something like that, to try and start to make up for it, for example. It's not just like, okay, like, it's very one-dimensional. You gotta really think about it, you know? How are you finding low stakes compared to 100 NL, says Brad James? Bro, I want to pull my eyes out. I want to pull my eyes out. It's so painful. It's so painful. But from my point of view, like, this is all about the stream, right? And trying to do something. The issue I have is I hate giving up anything. And there's times I'm thinking, why am I doing this? This is so painful. It's so stupid. I could just grind, like, mid-stakes on GG even and play some reg tables for you guys or something. Like, because, like, my plan was, when I was debating what to do, obviously, I was thinking, when I finished the Stars Challenge, I was thinking, shall I just split the role and start to have multiple roles on different sites? Which sounds great. But I had a lot of fun doing the last challenge. There was also times I wanted to pull my eyes out, but I had a lot of fun, and yeah, I kind of thought it'd be a nice one to do. Nah, let's keep my role on Stars, play the same mid-stakes, and whilst I'm streaming, I can just do a challenge. But now I'm feeling the chat, like, I'm seeing this much more of a bigger challenge, because it's the deviation from like, you know, what you consider as like optimal strategy is hard for me, because I spent so many years on that and a lot of time. I'm not perfect at that either, obviously, but of course I've, you know, good idea. Is Queen 5 actually going to go for a check back as well, which you should do sometimes with your Ace X as well? It's a difficult board. Again, you can apply the same thing, but because I'm using bigger bets on this board, it's like, do I want to put Ace 8 into that range, or just keep it for like maybe Ace 10 plus or something? Goes for that size. I could decide to raise here. He only goes half pot. It doesn't seem big enough from my perspective. He has some flushes. That makes it a little bit difficult, but against those one spade combos that I'm just giving them too much equity, I think. So let's just raise it up. Comes in here, advertising, doesn't say anything, rude as fuck. Yeah, Master, I understand. Let's check this person out. I don't know. I think I pasted his thing here. Let's have a look. I mean, he's playing poker, and he's pasting it in now. Yeah, I see him. So he's playing poker, and look, he looks very new. He looks very new to streaming. So I think that he's just trying to... I guess he's just trying to get people to follow him. But AON Nev, I'm looking at your stream now, buddy. I see you. Hi. Look, man, I have no problem helping anyone or dropping someone a raid. If you want me to shout you out in the chat, all you have to do is say, hey, Crane, I'm a streamer, and I'll shout you out. And the guys, if they come on your stream, they like it, then they'll follow you. Wow, King Jack. Oh, this is a fish here. This is big equity hand. Always has to be not just the nut flush draw, but he has to have everything else going with it. Look, what a fucking cooler. And this guy cashes out like a genius. Not that I'm ever cashing out, but ridiculous. So ridiculous here. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, do me a big favor. I'd really appreciate it. Just drop a like on this live stream. It helps me a lot. Like, really does. And yeah, guys, if you're watching on Twitch as well, don't be afraid to... I don't usually call this out, but don't be afraid to use that Prime sub if you want to get rid of those ads. I always appreciate that, especially playing GG. That rake is super high, so help, you know, feel free to use that if you have one. But it's not really necessary. Calling here. And what am I doing here? With multiple people in the pot. I mean, I could try small with the backdoor straight, backdoor flush draw. Even if I'm called, it's not like horrible or anything, but not ideal. Against two fish, I mean. I'm gonna double barrel this one. Nice, taking down the pot is sweet. Crumbs, sorry mate, the bankroll is under the third screen, but it's not correct. It's more like 250 or something like that, or less now because I've just lost like nearly 10 buy-ins or something ridiculous. So yeah, this is the flop. For example, blocking that bottom pair, I'll give you like a little, again, it's more theoretical, but like a little tip as well. Blocking that that bottom pair is so nice because I block all the possible strongest hands that he can have, so I can just apply the same kind of pressure, if you like, and Ace-X has a horrible time calling, Queen-X has a horrible time calling, and hands that have equity versus my random 8 just now fold, so that's perfect for me. So I just mix that into the same kind of range. Strategy also just to play small there as well, it's up to you, but yeah, kind of just to give some input for you. Or the rationale as to why you'd pick a combo like that over, you know, like A7 or something where I check back, maybe. That's the difference. Blocking strongest hand sets and 2 pairs is great. What am I doing here? Just gonna add super small there. Vin says, GG, lol, lame. Well, they do claim to have the biggest poker side, mate. I don't know how lame they could be, but I often hear people saying this. If you want, mate, you're on my YouTube. Go and look at the PokerStars videos if you'd like. Instead of watching the stream, you could watch them if you like stars a little more. He uses a big size, and that's pretty rough. I think I start to fold. I have plenty of other hands, better hands to be calling. 5s, once we open these, I'm going to be calling. Don't flop a set. There's a lot of folding to bigger sizes and small sizes. I could think about check raising, or I could just check call. Versus bigger size, I'd just like to fold. And that's a dream scenario. It's a shame that he didn't just bet small. I might block this one now, you know. And bet super small. And hope not to run into the slow played pocket jacks. And I just also get cooler there in a different way, you know? I get cooler there, just like this one now probably, where I'm just like never getting paid or whatever. Versus fish, I'm just gonna play a bit more face up on this like wet board. Bad turn, really bad turn. I think I'm gonna check, you know. Or I could go for half pot, then check river. That's an option. Not a great one, but it's okay. Am I really checking the river? Called so fast. I don't think so. He has all kinds of random Jack X now that I think he pays for this price. Any boy, minus 13 buy-ins, plus 4, I'm done. Continue on finishing the leaderboard. Nice, buddy. Nice, nice, nice. Mate, I don't want to see you on 10 NL anymore. Go to your NL25. You've earned it. Go, 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 go. Don't want to see you here for a while. Made your 4 buy-ins, go to 25 NL. You're ready. Tell him, guys, tell him. We want to hear how you do an NL25 next stream. Take a shot, take a shot. Or at least mix in 2 tables or something. Is Jack suited? Gonna 3-bet versus under the gun. Facing a 4-bet, I will be folding. 10s here versus recreational as well. Oh wow, look at that 4-bet size. Disgusting. And he's a fish as well. Just calling the 10s in the big blind. These are often just calls, no 3-bets. Versus the under the gun range. Plus he's a recreational. So he bets small, just calling. I'm also going to bet small with my jacks here on 5-5-4. Getting raised here, okay. Fair enough. Going to bet the turn bottom left for pot. Bottom right, sorry, to pot. Flop a set here, multi-way. Going to bet small as well. Getting raised with the jacks, super interesting. Oh, love to see it. Please, Half 5, taking it down with the queen 10 off as well. 9s, unfortunately, 2 players fold to a tiny bet on 9-8 for rainbow. My life just keeps getting better and better. I mean, this is a great scenario. We just need him to blast off now with his 5. He has ace 5. He doesn't have ace 5 to that size. So, again, I need to build a pot here. I need to build a pot. I think he's a fish. That's why I'm trying to deviate a little and not play so thing. Yeah, just trying to keep in something. But his raise is just really bad. But it's also like 5x and stuff, so that's okay. Now, top left, he checks on the 4 on the turn. I'm thinking about value betting my 10s. He can have jacks and queens. That's a problem. But I can always half pot it. I think that's okay. Shit. I timed out here. What hand did I have? Oh, 10-6. Never mind. How much time did you use in the stars challenge? It took me 10 months. It took me 10 months to go from NL to mostly NL5 to NL200, and then I dropped back down from 200 to 100 just to finish the challenge because I was getting owned at 200 zoom by all the amazing regs. The times I was playing was not optimal either. King 10 we can use as a 4 betting hand. The problem I have is that this guy is not 3 betting enough. I'll call the smaller size though. Because for a small bet, I might raise this one, you know. This guy's potted it. That's interesting. Gonna raise this one. So what do we think about this guy continuing to blast here? On ace, queen 8. I don't pick up any equity on the turn. I think he gives up a lot now. Top left, by the way. Oh, the issue is now as well, though, which sucks the most, the absolute most, is that this guy beats me now with those ace jacks and stuff, right? Because of the river. Yes, Jack 8 is really painful, guys. Really painful. That's so painful to lose there and to bet this way. I never think he has an 8 there. It's so painful. Oh, this hurts. What am I doing here? I'm going to bluff this river as well. And top left, what I should be checking a lot, but I'm going to check raise top right. I got looked. I mean, this guy is just being a coward. He just called the river. What a coward. I can't believe he had an 8 there as well. And he snap called me. He snap called the river on that queen with his 8. Which is not a bad call, by the way. But fuck me in this pool, it's a bad call. Oh my god. Worst turn cards in the deck. 7 of diamonds, 8 of diamonds, and then the rest of them, right? Pretty much. Gonna bet super small. I'm not folding, right? It's just not happening. So it doesn't matter. If he has a 7 randomly here, he has a 7 randomly. Could have 7, 8. Could have 6, 7. That's possible. I mean, yeah, someone who's considered a huge fucking stain nit, he just has pocket 7s or some random 7, I guess. What a terrible jam. What a terrible jam. Sorry, bro, it's a bad jam, but whatever. Sure, let's run twice. Quads, hello. And down here, this is a really nice turn to now take over the action myself. Perfect. I lose to some I definitely lose to some bolts and stuff. Need 7 more points to have 1200 to move to NL. I'm strictly with my bankroll. I respect that fully, my friend, but yeah, I don't want to see you at NL10. If you wait for those 7 buy-ins, you have a big downswing, you can't go, right? Like, this is the problem, but I don't want to make you do anything. What's happening up here? Calling this Queen Jack. In a big blind, obviously. Goes for an overbet. So this overbet is not a thing when the straight's already complete because I have nuts in my range. Oh fuck! I misclick here. Let's get a crying call from something. Okay, I don't want to pay the rake, so do you know if he bet flop with... This is such a bad overbet on the flop, like really bad overbet on the flop. Really bad. And I mean, he's probably up there with, what's his name? Oh my god, Fish. As, again, let's mark him as probably one of the worst players in the pool. Gonna 4-bet this one, bottom left. Call the pocket sixes, and I get the worst flop for my hand. Fold a big bet again on ace jack 10, as if I never have king queen suited. Or pocket jacks, or blah blah blah. Ace 10. Let's raise this one up. I think I fucked up. I was just thinking about that ace 2 hand as well, because my head I was thinking about the ace x that he has, that he does bet really big with on the flop. That's the first thing. I never expected him to bet big with an 8, obviously. That's just ridiculous. But neither a queen either. But the problem is he does have queen x that he probably checks the turn with. That's probably a mistake. Again, a walk with aces from under the gun. Massive cooler. Massive cooler. So I'm not happy with the ace deuce, obviously, and I'm really surprised that he snap calls to X-pot. So this is a spot where it's like overbet or check. If the Ukrainian guy is thinking about... I'm going to 4-bet this one, I think, just to check him. Yeah, 4-betting this one for sure. If the Ukrainian is trying to just simplify his strategy and just c-bet small, then that's fine. Folding now to that for sure. And then bottom left, I got called. Is the turn too thin to bet? Again, I can go for one small size, but I'm out of position is one of the challenges I'm having. Now, unfortunately, on that run out, I think I need to check. That's why maybe it's better to check the turn. So I'm blocking nuts, obviously, or not nuts. I don't have a heart, obviously, but I'm blocking some straights here. again, one of the problems that we have is that their calling range very much consists of a lot of same hands, ace queen, which means he can have a, well, he can't have ace queen of diamonds actually. He can have some ace queen, he can have some pocket tens, and then he has ace king a lot. So I fold. Let's see what he shows, if he shows anything. He is from Hong Kong, obviously, so there might be some bluffs mixed in there. I could have even blocked the river, but yeah. I'm gonna see bet small. Gonna raise this king 10. And big bet on 7-5 deuce in a 3-bet pot. Gonna overbet this turn with the kings. I think it's half pot is the size. It's a good size to get called by... this is really bad, river. I need to check the kings. Jack 9, okay, whatever. Oh my god, man. Have to call, obviously. He'll have a lot of those one diamond combos. Ace jack of diamonds, ace king with ace of diamonds, king of diamonds, stuff like that. My hand's just pretty strong. He will have a flush from time to time, but raising the turn seems a bit sus. He is tight though. But I have a straight, right? This big issue. Yeah, I think I'm calling. I think I'm calling this one. Ace queen with the ace of diamonds. Ace king with the ace of diamonds. Ace jack with the ace of diamonds. He has all them combos. Do we really think that he raises the turn with a nut flush? He can have some weaker flushes, potentially. But I don't think he ever raises the turn with a nut flush. If he does, he just folds everything out. So what's the point? But I think I beat enough of those bluffing combos that he has. Plus, well, value plus bluffs. So I'm going to call. Okay, so, again... My fucking god. So, again, we have another scenario where we have an individual in the pool, guys, that we should all look for if you're playing these decks. Tonyo 49. Again, let's look at the... I'm looking at the hand now. Yeah, let's just say... Yeah, terrible player, basically. Terrible player. I lose a stack because they're all so face up and stupid. It's so difficult. And this is the adjustment that's so hard. You would never see that in any reasonable game, the way that he played his hand. I suppose, like, one thing to consider is that if he's going to have bluffs there, he needs to, of course, have some value. I just think picking the nut flush is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I think his combo is kind of okay because he unblocks some... I suppose he does unblock some other flushes, but it's not many. He's talking about me having just like the king high flush. That's pretty much it. If I don't have a straight there, guys, I'm not calling like two pairs or sets or anything like that. But with the straight and with the bluff potentials, it's just a problem that he has it there and he plays it like he had the flush. So it's fair enough. Thank you, Master Louis. Appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. King Jack off that they love so much. And we, again, where are these people versus me? They're nowhere to be seen. They're just not here. Just not here at all. Ridiculous. King Queen, you're against the net. Let's give him the hello. Kind of call. So we know something about him now. We know a little something. It's small, I like it, I can get on board with it. One of the strongest hands I'm having. Could think about check raising. I'm gonna call. Pretty dry board. It's a great turn. Ace is on the table. Will I get the walk? I am gonna get a walk, I think. Just a big blind left to act again. I got a walk, guys, with pocket aces again. It's like the 4th or 5th time tonight. If he bets 75%, yeah. Seems pretty strong. Just calling. Lacks bluffs, you see? He lacks bluffs. He doesn't have bluffs. I just got called in a 3-bet pot with 8-7 suited to call me down on a 4 to a flush board with bottom pair. What the fuck is going on? Oh, here he is again. Second worst player in the pool. There's no raising here in theory, so 9's pretty bad. Well, actually it's fine. My Thomas 3-bet pot. Blocking that 10-9 as well is pretty nice. Gonna check though. He has some better King X, King Jack, King Queen. See if he has the balls to bluff this river. Does he have the balls to bet this one? My guess is King Jack or King Queen. I mean, yeah, coward basically. And it's a terrible bet as well. So what makes him one of the bad players in the pool. But fine. Like, why would you bet queens there for value? Or not flat size, maybe. Maybe you can go for some thin value, but yeah. He just gives me no credit for checking any King X there, I guess. He calls the 3-bet pre with queens. Not terrible, but... Picking up the Ace-King. Thanks guys for everyone watching on YouTube that clicked that like button for me. I really appreciate it, like I said. So, bottom right, just gonna... I mean, there are some calls going on because we're deeper. And he's used a bigger sizing. I will also use a bigger sizing because we're deeper. Maybe he knows a little bit about the spot, perhaps. Or he's just face up and looks at his hands. He's strong hand and sizes up from 7 bigs to 9. Need to be a bit careful here as we are deeper. Which means that I size down a little. So instead of going half, I'll go like 1/3. Okay, so again, what do you think this is? What do you think this is? Aces! Guys, 3rd worst player in the pool. No, we should upgrade him. Worst player in the pool. For sure. Can you imagine? Like making a beautiful play pre-flop. On that turn, he would have had my entire stack. This is what happens when you play like a chicken. When you're a little chicken shit and you're scared. This is what happens to you. Let me show you. Guys, this is what happens. If you're a little chicken shit, he would have had my entire stack on the turn. 100%. I would not fold Ace King there. No way, no how. He makes a really nice play. Pre-flop. Really nice play. But he is a little chicken. So he gets the I put in my notes, literally, chicken shit post-flop. That's one of the things I typed. What an absolute coward. What an absolute coward. Imagine making that beautiful play with aces and then just I just jammed the flop. He saved me a fucking fortune. I should be thanking him. I gotta walk with kings, guys. Cooler city. Cooler city again. All these stacks I'm losing, I cannot make up for them because everyone folds when I have aces and kings. And all the premiums. I'm gonna bet this 5. What am I doing here with ace king deeper versus fish? But the fold with 6-5 is okay. What size do I want to go? I think like this maybe is okay. Snap calling because Chinese people, Chinese fish don't like to fold. So let's just see bet small. Again, I'm in a spot where I just like flopping nothing, but it's okay. Beautiful turn. Going for the 10% there. He still has ace queen in his range. And queens. Shame. 10% almost like similar to check, but we're a little bit deep, so I still want to blow up the pot a little. I'll play some bluffs the same way. Getting a cold call here, okay. Beautiful board. These jack high boards. Yeah, I kind of want to bet these ones. Whew. I'm glad because that turn is just like he has 10s and 9s and stuff a lot. Calling the queen jack on that flop. Turn 2 pair, but it's not a great scenario. As the straight gets there. Ace deuce can 3-bet a lot. I'm trying to be a little bit more passive in certain spots. And then I guess my hand's good enough for something like this. Oh wow. Raise, 3-bet, jam. He has ace king. And this guy probably has queens or kings himself or something. 7s actually. Oh, and nuts. Okay, so this guy also staying. I just assume every time someone has a hand like that, they just only have those hands. This guy flopped the perfect. Oh, I would have rivered that 9. Well, he would have chopped with the both of us potentially. Gonna check raise top left. It's not great. He goes half pot. I have a weird gut shot. And they do continue a bit light. Which is great when I have value. Okay, when people do that, again, Mark, 18% VPIP guy, chicken shit, basically. He just wants to get the money in. Does not give a shit. That's what they are, mate. They're chicken shits. Literal chicken shits. Super scared to play their hand post-flop. Super scared, which is good for me, obviously, because then I get to overfold the shit out of everything. But you imagine that guy with aces down that turn, it would have been his fucking dream. Finds the call pre-flop with aces in a 4-bet pot, which is so nice. So nice to see. Great play. And just can't help himself but check just to jam to my c-bet. It's crazy. What happened in his life that made him that scared of that board? Don't like having a king here. I'm gonna call. Don't like my combo for taking over the action, but I could consider it. Gonna block this king 9. You can check some king 10 and stuff. This guy double barreling on that board, okay. Three betting this is 5-4. I'm gonna call the king queen in the big blind. Russian guy choosing a slightly bigger size. I mean, I don't think I should be folding these 2 overs, even though I don't have 2 back doors. Gonna float. Gonna bet just over half pot on this board. Got short backdoor flush draw. It's the same on PokerStars, but constantly running into nuts with good hands. I mean, it's just insane. Me including. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. Really tough. You gotta try and keep your motivation and can't keep questioning yourself all the time, you know. But I get it. It's tough. It's so tough. When you're running into everything all of the time. Wow. Did he c-bet the board with King Jack on 8-7-3? He did, right? He did. He went for a big bet as well. What the fuck? I'm getting raised here. Interesting. And raised here as well. I don't know what people are doing here. They must... I feel like people have all read the same book. Like they've all read the same poker book. And then they just start attacking pretty wide. Just check this one. I mean, ridiculous, but fine. It's not too bad. Don't like the 10, but yeah, fine. It's gone small. 10's the diamond I want to fold already.
Humans, what have you learned?
Trying to keep lazy as in girls range nice and wide. Now once they call, I'm gonna pot the turn. And 3-bet the ace-8. It's kind of close, ace-8. Again, I dominate some hands, but not others. Three-betting the kings, obviously, from the big blind. Most likely, quite often, going to get a call from the Chinese guy. If he 4-bets, I think I will just call my hand. Because we're deep. And now I'm going to go third. I think I give up today, guys. I really do. I really give up today. I have a great plan on the flop, and I know exactly what I'm doing on the turn. And it's just always coming the worst turn I could have. It's the amount of ace-x that he floats. Is all that ace-jack of diamonds, ace-jack of spades, ace-jack of clubs, ace-jack of spades maybe not, but... I can go for some value versus some random hand. And I want to go like half pot, I think. Kind of happy with the tank because I was going to say I don't think he ever tanks an ace in that spot. So Tonyo here went for a small c-bet on ace 10-7. And if he bets again, I might check raise this one. I blocked some of the folding range. I'd rather have like, yeah, king 8 the diamonds, or something like that. He tanked for a while. Picking up the aces here, which is great news. A little bit deeper, so I'll size up a little bit. 4-bet folding, top right. Checking this one. Nice. Keep it updated what happens up there. Does he turn any hand into a bluff? Nope, he doesn't. He has showdown with this one. That's fine. I don't think that's a problem at all. Gonna call. We're deep. Shall I just jam the flop like the other guy? And I know exactly what I'm doing. Seems pretty tight, so I'm gonna check this turn. Flush completing, but if he has ace king of diamonds or something, then good for him. The money goes in. And I'm happy with my play. Versus that now, I just jam. And like I said, if he has a flush, he has a flush. It's just cooler. There's nothing I can do. Like I said, I'm super happy with how I played the hand. So good luck. The fold, okay. Nice. Nice pot. We won that little bit more from him on the river, probably, if he has that bluff. So bottom right with the sevens, interesting hand against Rancid as well. I don't know how many bluffs he's having. He's V-pipping a lot all of a sudden. I don't know why, where this comes from. But my gut tells me to fold here, but imagine. Bluff it, Rancid. Bluff it and have aces, and I'll scream. If you have a bluff, I'm happy. Yeah, I'm not a bluff. Unlucky brother. Where's the sorry? I mean, I don't know where that high VPIP comes from. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it, Mo Online Academy. Yeah, just need some patience, right? Just a bit of patience. Navigate the spots. Get lucky in some spots, right? I deserve that 7. Shame it's against Rancid because he's a great guy. And I don't want to just stack him there. But like with the aces and stuff, being patient, playing really well against his range when he 4-bets. And yeah, shame he didn't have like kings or something, but whatever. Thanks, Mo. Appreciate it. But yeah, guys, unlucky to Rancid there. It was a tough one. I'm sad that you didn't have a bluff there, mate, to be honest, because I'm sick of seeing value everywhere. I haven't seen a bluff all day. So it would have been nice if you just showed up with some random bullshit, but yeah. King 10, I'm just going to call. I got super lucky, right? Like, there's no... But I feel like I definitely deserved that one. 3-betting against a 67% VPIP, but he's only played 3 hands, so how much can you read into that, really? And Bershi just c-betting every board. Start attacking him a little bit more. I would have blasted the turn. And got down the river. Goes for like half pot sizing into two of us. That's interesting. Just calling. He flatted pre as well, so what should this be? I might exploitatively take over the action myself on the turn and go half pot, just to control things a little. I don't want him betting like pot or something on the turn and me being in pain. I'd rather him tell me like, let's see what you have, kind of. He will raise with like monsters and stuff like that. Let's see. Ace King, I'm just going to go for a check and take a bit more of a passive line. Turn an ace, which is nice little reward for me. On the turn, I'll just bet 2/3. I will bet this Queen Jack now, hopefully to fold out like King Jack, King 10, Ace 8, Ace 9 of bullshit, you know, those kinds of combos. I'm gonna call these 9s actually. Oh wow, I'm hit with a raise. Wasn't expecting a raise at all. Gonna check this Ace King on that river specifically. Nice. I think this is bullshit a lot, but like what hand do I have to call is the problem. My exploit comes from him for overfolding, not... Okay, yeah, 9 what? 9 deuce of clubs, is that what you're saying? Sixes versus a fish. I mean, I should definitely be overbetting a flop like this, but again, I've been going a bit smaller anyway, achieve the same thing versus them. Six deuce, nice. Taken down. Flop a flush draw with my Jack 10 of spades. Crane wasting all the run good on Rancid. I know, Cubic. It's ridiculous. Need to get these fish, right? Seven's obviously bad card. My small bet is designed now. That river changes a lot. The question is how often I can get him to fold a 10, which is not often. I'm not targeting a 10 at all, obviously. Fold this one, I think. Weird one, I should fold. Gonna overbet this Ace Jack. I fold out a 4, I think, pretty often. Snap calls me, though. Okay, the snap call is a bit disrespectful, in my opinion. I have all those pocket pairs anyway. But it's fine. Of course, he should be calling this pair there, in theory, but in reality, show me any pool that's bluffing this spot. And then the snap raise on the river, let's just let it go. I'm going to flat this one, you know, versus the 75% V-Pipper. Good things can happen. Not on that board, but... High V-Pip is me pressing buttons. I thought so, mate. I thought so. 6-5. I think he loses value the more I can't realize my equity versus the shorter stack. So I'm going to just let this one go. Calls a big bet after checking is really interesting. I'm going to check now. It's a nice river. Checking. Nice float though. I like it. This sucks. King Jack off I'm not putting in the middle. Oh, don't do it. Don't show it to me. There we go. Ace 4's gonna hold this one for sure. Come on, hold Ace 4. No king, no jack. No king, no jack, no king, no jack. Boom, let's go. Fold the 5-3. It's a shame, 2 splash pots. I have to brick. Bottom left, I just have to try, and like such a bad turn, obviously. Great for me, obviously, but bad in the sense of how the hell am I gonna get called? So I berated someone earlier for raising the nut flush. He's gone half pot. Difference here is he's a fish. He bluffs a lot. I thought about raising, but I just can't do it. He'll check back a shit ton here. Just need him to have a worse flush, and then I get paid. Nice pot bet. There's one combo I lose to here. Just one combo. Good luck. Boom, let's go. Can't fold his set. Love to see it. Love to see it. Should open this queen 5. Jacks on 2 tables. Oh god, Russian passive clown. He folds. Okay, that makes me happy. Against this guy, I won't open that combo. Against this guy, I will. Oh my god, I still get 3-bet by the guy that's never 3-betting. Opening up those 10s is for suited. King 6, I'm gonna 3-bet in the small blind. This is him. Against Oh My God Fish, because he's rated the worst player in the pool, we're gonna play some pots with him. Not the board you want to go big on at all. It's just not. Usually this is people looking at their hand. I really like this size down though. It's very nice. But I don't think this is value ever. I'm going to turn my phone to... It doesn't make any sense, but because I think he's a really terrible player, I'm going to try and exploit a little. And he's been getting us a lot today, so if he gets us, he gets us. If he has it, he has it. You suck. Do I? I hope you had a big hand. So I mean, put yourself in a spot with terrible players. Good things will happen if you have good reads. 9s, I'm gonna flat. If I hit the set going multi-way here is quite nice. I can even call if someone raises and these guys fold. I can still call. I'm just being a bit more passive. I can squeeze my hand, that's fine, but let's just take it post flop versus these ranges. Yeah, so like this. Easy call. Large bet, large bet. I want to fold, but having the 8 is kind of tough to fold now with the backdoor equity and everything. I'm dominated so often. Really sucks. half pot, I really like his size. I'm getting check raised bottom left on 10-10-6 rainbow. I mean, it's really tough for him because I have a lot of pocket pairs in my range, so it seems like suicide to triple this one off. And my hand is pretty vulnerable, I would say, so we need to barrel this one. I need to bet the turn for sure. I think half pot should be a bit more reasonable. It would really hurt to get jammed on, but I have to bet this hand for sure. Nice, taking it down is perfect. Getting raised by a nit, I'm just calling. Bottom left, I'm going to raise versus the small size. I'm not going to go super large. Just like 3x seems fine. I lose now to 7-8. This is a problem. Big problem. Because what's he check raising the flop with? 7-8, right? That's like quite clear combo that you raise. Don't know, and the problem is I don't really get called out with 10-8. Jack 10. It's not too much, right? You can sit on King 10, Ace 10. You can sit on pocket 6s, 5s, all this. Whatever, not 5s probably, but I mean maybe 5s. I don't know what frequency they raise. He can't fold a straight here, and he can't fold a 10 here. And now I'm chopping. Why would you raise this on the flop? It's a really bad raise. Well, not really bad, you know what I mean. So, why is everyone fast playing everything? Like, they're not just, like, calling, allowing for other hands. 20 bigs bottom left. I have a problem here. I have a problem. My problem is that I'm super deep with these two. So, it seems ludicrous to jam here. There's 20 bigs in the middle. But we can definitely call this one in position, being deep. Calling. Turn a gut shot. Not a turn I'm expecting him to barrel. He's jamming here. I think checking is a good option, bottom left. Still don't think he should bet this river. Now the question is, can I go for value? I don't know, is the question. The like honest answer. I really don't know if I can bet this one. If he jams, it's really ugly. Do you know what I mean? It's really ugly. And I think that he has some better ace-x that he will check on that turn. So I need to check this one, I think. Yeah. Just random bullshit. Which is fine. I don't think ace-6 is good enough. He was quite face up then, but tough, right? Tough spot. Gonna block this river. Instead of check calling when the clubs come in, and then obviously folding to a raise. Yep, perfect. That's exactly what we want. I don't want to check and then him bet big and then me having to hero call here will suck. In my head. And of course I flop a set and everyone checks when I unblock the queen. And then I think I'm going to pot the river. Never mind. Alright guys, I think I'm going to be calling it now because it's getting pretty late. I need to get up and I would like to stream again tomorrow, so I don't want to be too exhausted. We've done so well, guys. Like, we've clawed back like 4.5, 5 buy-ins or something. Maybe, I think 4 probably. I'm still down a chunk. There's no doubt about it. But we've done very well. Oh wow, look at this down here, guys. What? Whoa. Still think I'm going to go for a slightly bigger bet. Let him chase his 6x, let him chase his 3x for those straights. And he'll have 5-4 sometimes and stuff like that, but yeah. Let him chase away. So we sit out the next big blind and then I'll show the graph, see how the day was. But yeah, we've done pretty well to claw a chunk back, guys. We've done pretty well. Except if it's a bit earlier, like I can keep going, but it's just, I can't. I feel myself flacking a little as well. And I guess people also going to bed. Bet's big, I can just fold. This guy gonna retank forever. If this guy calls me or 4-bets me, I think it's very strong when someone's reconnecting like this as well. Just a small thing, but if he's gonna hang around and wait, I'd say it's pretty strong. Oh, he just calls. He has a hand that he wants to play and not... It's 9. It's a weird one on this board, but I'm going to bet big. Am I? No, I'm going to check. I'm going to check this one. 6 is bet calling. Just half put up here, just calling. That's a really bad turn. That's just against Russian, who only bets when they have it. This half pot I don't think I'm folding. And I would definitely be bluffing the river. Folding those 6s and bluffing bottom left. King Jack of clubs gets there, King 10 of clubs gets there if he's calling those. But yeah, I fold out a lot here. Nice taking down the pot. Nice to float versus that half pot as well. With that knockout shot I could have raised as well, but yeah. Floating and bluffing later is good on certain runouts. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, sitting out. Ooh, guys, I'm super tired now. Oh my god. Alright, let me pull up the graph. Let me kill the music, guys. This music is copyright. I will look for a new album because this one is pretty crappy. It's okay, like just random music in the background, but okay guys, let me show you this one. Okay, so this is the result, guys. So yeah, at our peak we were down, guys, that's really crazy, 10 buy-ins, and we managed to claw it back to like half, which is fucking shit hot, right? It's so good. I mean, yeah, super nice situation. But yeah, with the rake as well, I would have been down. That would have been about 140-ish, is it? No, less than that. And then as I played some more, yeah. Also paid some rake as well today, man. It sucks. But my all-in adjusted, we would have lost just over a buy-in. So that kind of hurts, you know. So, yeah. What can we do, guys? Just cool. And like I said, this orange line does not take into account all those big coolers like Rivering the 5, where we lost to that rivered board when we had top 2 pair with Ace Queen on Ace Queen 4 something 5. I think it was 4-4. Ace Queen 4, turn 4, river 5, and he had the pocket 5s that he somehow stabs. And then there was all the other spots, the amount of times that we didn't get paid with pocket aces, the amount of times we didn't get paid with pocket kings, all the pre-flop folds and stuff like that. We couldn't make up every spot was tough, right? Like one of those sessions. But it was a nice one. Thank you, Cram. Yeah, it was a good stream today. Really good. Really happy with the stream today. And it's always nice to claw it back. I think I would have been really sad if we couldn't claw back something, but we won some big pots here, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I guess it was, which one? Is this the hand? Well, there might be a hand round here, maybe. I don't know. Some hand that we want to chunk in, apparently. Anyway, doesn't matter. Whatever. Guys, if you're not subbing to the YouTube and you're watching, please do me a favor, drop me a sub. Put a like on the stream video. It really helps the algorithm and stuff. That, you know, that's really great. So if you could do that for me, I'd appreciate it. I'm streaming a few times a week. So please drop me a follow if you don't already. I'm just going to pop in the Twitch chat, obviously my YouTube, for those, again, that haven't seen it yet, my Discord, and then I have my other socials, so let me put that there if that's one still works, and then you see my Instagram there as well. Oh, actually, I don't even know why I didn't just type in socials, but anyway, all good, all good. So guys, I'll read over to someone else. I'll be back tomorrow, probably about mid-afternoon-ish for another stream, so if you're around, come check it out, come say hi, and we go again tomorrow. Cheers, guys. See you then. Okay, so this is the result, guys. So, yeah, at our peak.